Hopefully it'll work. All right, there are my top players, I think. Actually, that might have been my opponent's top players. We got similar teams. All right, there's my top players. Here we go. Seahawks on Seahawks. Seahawks fans feeling sad today. Saw three staples of the franchise all leave in 1 week. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Geno Smith will have new homes next year. Isla and Chuki, how are you guys? Good to have you there in stream. Let's start our timer now. Here we go. Chuki, how's everything up your way in Alaska? We'll set up defense and hope it works. Quick hitter out to Pitts. That was a smooth play. We got a nice hit stick, but yeah, he holds on. Porky, welcome to TikTok chat. Luis Aligar, good to see you as well. Please be sure, if you're checking out the stream, to follow, share, and like. So he's got Penix Jr. out there slinging it. And somehow I got into a run commit. Terrible stuff. Dude, it looks like we're just tanking it, right? I mean, they might flip it around. They might draft a receiver or two or sign one. Maybe they sign Rodgers or Darnold and we cook, but we'll see. Mike, Papa Bear, Mikey, Sean, Wags, how are you guys? Aaron, I like the rings of Saturn there on your profile picture, or your display name, excuse me. Pity Boy, good to see you as well. Dom, how was your weekend? Yeah, tough weekend if you're a Seahawks fan. Like, even if you think it's the right decision to move on from these guys, you probably enjoyed rooting for DK, and you probably enjoyed rooting for Gino and Tyler, at least at certain points of their career, trying to figure out some of these moves. Me too, Papa Bear. Yeah, rough weekend. Sports fans wise, if you mean in real life, I'm sorry to hear that, Dom. Let's see, ET user. We got user 799 and user 24. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome into the stream. All right, bad defensive start for me. Let's see how the offense looks. New quarterback in for the Seahawks is Warren Moon. We brought Warren back out of retirement. But yeah, I was wanting to get the Moon card for a minute. It's just the Ultimate Legends took longer than I thought they would. Yeah, exactly, Papa Bear. Papa Bear, how's your weekend? Yeah, the title, dude. Yeah, all of our heroes are gone, man. I don't even really know what to compare it to. I know you were happy about like Levante David coming back. It's like if David and Evans and all those guys were all gone, uh, in the same week, sort of. Weekend was pretty good. Of course, we didn't draft Gino and develop him, but Lockett and DK were, those were Seahawk picks. Sports wise, solid weekend, went out a lot. Oh, good to hear. I don't remember how fast Moon is, but I think Moon and Gino probably about the same. Baez and Bryant. Yes, come fire sale a few years ago. I mean, Seattle's saying that they're going to try to contend, and they did re-sign Ernest Jones, so that's a good thing for us. But I don't know about the rest of it. Oh, I got CJ Spiller, got the Ross card as well. Yeah, the Chiefs made that trade. I don't really know why you would want to trade him. Let's see. She loves Kalinos. Thank you for jumping in. No, not at all, user. I mean, we had three straight winning seasons. I don't feel like we needed to blow it up. It's time to blow it up, right? So, it is what it is. Hey, thanks so much, Josh, for jumping in and hitting that follow button. We want everybody be like Josh. Josh, who's your favorite athlete of all time? Usually I ask favorite football team, but yeah, who's your favorite athlete? Let's try utilizing the speed. Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you? Good to have Zach there. New text. It's scrolling. We'll see if it works better. We're trying to get all the engagement. We're trying to get all the Josh folks in here. I don't know about Jitney. I mean, where do the Cowboys select? I wouldn't expect him to be too high of a draft pick, but what do I know? Being able to see the blitzers is a nice bucket there on that Warren Moon card. 11th. Yeah, I wouldn't suspect he's going to be gone before the 11th pick, and I don't know if I would feel comfortable using the 11th pick if I was Dallas on a running back. I'm not sure that his game's going to translate so well to the NFL the smaller stature. But who knows? I guess time will tell. Maybe the Cowboys try to trade down and get him, like in the 20s or the mid-teens. How do I feel about it, Cody? I'm not loving it so far. The King is your favorite athlete. So LeBron's out. What is it? 1 to 2 weeks with the injury that he sustained. Josh, not trying to get on your bad side because you just got here, but do you guys think LeBron was play acting and throwing his head back, and that led to the groin strain? Because I did see some people saying that. Impressive how badly the Hawks could mess up their team in a few days. I mean, they're swinging for the fences, right? Schneider's got the cap room. He's got more draft capital. John Schneider has to ace this. I think if we come out looking like we're in a 4 or 5 year rebuild and just tank the franchise, you got to fire Schneider after this year. If you guys are in TikTok chat, kindly come on in off the For Your page. We'd love to have you follow, share, like, gifts and subs, of course, super appreciated. Like-a-thon's on if you want to go for the top spot and get your profile picture displayed, just like She Love is doing right now. So I got the CJ Spiller, I got the Ross card. Ross has that motivator for the combine guys, so my team's got some serious speed to it now. Raiders probably draft Jitney. Ooh, I don't think the Raiders take a running back that early. And I know how much Pete Carroll loves running backs, but I don't think so, man. What's up, Spencer? How are you? Unless you think the Raiders are going to get him later in the draft. But yeah, I don't think they're taking him at 6 or 7 or whatever it is, Papa Bear. Don't think the Raiders get a running back until the second round, says Mike plays games in in our chat, which is the purple chat. All right, so we got CJ Spiller and Jitney, so those guys both play up to 99 speed. Who do I think they're drafting and their record for this year? Julian, I think we have too little information to do any prediction on the record. I've been telling people they might win 3 games, they might win 13. We don't know who the quarterback is. We don't know what the receiving core is. They came into this week with only a few latent holes on the team. Now there's a lot of holes, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm a Northern California guy. So let's see. But yeah, Spencer, I'm doing good. Julian, I'll flip the question. What do you think? Oh yeah, the Rams picking up Devontae is an interesting pickup, for sure. It's gonna make losing Cooper Kupp sting less, having a guy that might actually be more productive than Kupp now moving forward. How do I feel about him? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be. You guys don't need to be sorry to me. That's sports. I don't think our owner is particularly serious in what's her face, Jody Allen, and I think it's reflected on the decisions that have been made up top and that permeates the rest of the organization. I hope John Schneider's got the master plan and he executes it, and we don't have to go into a long rebuild, but it feels that way. Cooper Kupp, I've seen that the Rams are having a hard time trading him, and he's expected to be bought out or waived. So if that happens, I would imagine Seattle would be interested in Kupp if they could get him on a decent deal. Hey, what's up, Bonk? How are you doing? Buddies, we got one follower in 8 minutes. We got to get the follows going. I mean, it's on me to entertain you, but if you got friends showing online, share the stream with them. If you're hesitant, yeah, do it. Just check out the lights, and then hopefully you stick around. Let's see. You want Cooper Kupp on the Cowboys? You think we're getting Jackson Dart and we go 11-6, get a receiver and some offensive line? Julian, you're a lot more optimistic on it than I am. Let's see. Let me catch up the purple chatters. Mike plays games. I think the DK trade isn't the worst for a guy on a 1 year contract. Don't think he was your world. You were going to get a first rounder for him. Yeah, I guess the reporting, Mike, was something like teams are willing to trade for DK Metcalf and give him 30 million plus a year, but they don't want to give up a first rounder in addition to giving him that much money. So DK got the bag from the Steelers. I believe he got a 150 million extension or something like that. I'm happy for him to get his generational wealth. Yeah, exactly, Jackson. Hey, Spencer, Josh, thanks guys for the likes. The like-a-thon is on. Yeah, mid-second round wasn't terrible value. Would have, of course, liked more. His trade request getting leaked out there probably hurts some of the leverage on the trade too. Yeah, I don't know about Jackson Dart. I'm not jazzed on Jackson Dart the way you guys are. Then again, I don't watch a lot of college football, so maybe I should be doing the jazz hands for him. I really want Seattle to get a decent veteran. I'm not sure that I want that to be Sam Darnold on a long-term contract, though. I feel like Darnold was, I don't know, he was like a house of cards, man. They put a little pressure on him and he folded. Like, I wouldn't mind him for 2 years with a third-year team option. or something along that line. But I don't want to give him, 45 million to be the guy. I wouldn't mind Rodgers for a year just to have him for the Seattle theme team at least. Thoughts about Bosa may come to the Niners? Yeah, he might want to play with his brother. Let's see. Gawani, thanks for following. How's your day been? Gawani following on the purple side. Dom says he's a dog. Seattle needs a young quarterback to go along with the new era of football. What if that young quarterback's name is Sam Howell? I know nobody's really thinking about Sam Howell, but I wouldn't mind Sam and a veteran competing for the spot. Rogers got to go somewhere, man. If I was Rogers personally, I would want to go to the Steelers right now because they got DK and they got Pickens, and Tomlin runs a good program. Hey, Josh, I appreciate you spamming the like button. Yeah, Fields maybe. I don't know, dude. I think Fields is just not developed that well for whatever year he's going into. He's going into like year 5, right? I don't think Fields has progressed too much. He'd be okay behind our terrible offensive line, though. He could extend some plays, I guess. Mike thinks the Steelers will retain Fields or draft Dart. Dom, he's in the purple chat. He would draft Rodgers, or excuse me, he would sign Rodgers, draft Dart, make him sit behind him for a year. Would be Dom's plan. All right, timer is going the wrong way, fellas. Got to get people committed to hit that follow button. Following's free. Let's see. I think the Cowboys are going to trade Parsons. I don't know. If they think they can't work out a long term deal, maybe they'll shop him around. Sign Trace McSorley. Yeah, I mean, Seattle still needs to address the interior of the offensive line for sure. I thought that was our biggest need coming into the week. Now it's like there's all kinds of needs. All right, it's a game nobody can defend in. Hopefully, I can book in touchdowns on them. No, I don't think Sanders will last 18. Seattle has enough picks they could try to package and move up though. Found me through KBA. KBA the Mont. Yeah, that's a long time buddy. Um, don't see him around the platforms much anymore, but yeah, him and his brother are awesome guys. Used to enjoy playing 2K with them. Well, Seattle's going to need some receivers for sure. I don't think you can just go into the year with Jake Bobo and JSN and Dariki Young and think that's enough. I don't know. I was surprised Adams got as much money as he did, but yeah, good on the Rams. Yes, I know, Carlos. Have you ordered the game? Do you plan on playing the game? Do you plan on watching it here with me? Because I'll be streaming it. Oh, we got Jettas turning on the Jets. Moon to Jettas and Triple C. Thank you for lighting up the lights and also getting some more time on our time bank. Let's see, they might pick the senior from Ohio State. You and KBA go way back. He's from Fremont. Yeah, KBA the Mont is what the names used to be. Used to be KBA and Kevin the Mont, and then they changed names around over the years. But yeah, I remember them streaming and being. They were a big part of my purple community years back when I would stream off my couch. One of their friends is one of the mods. He's a mod in both chat. His name is Kobe for Life, and he's still pretty active in the community. Who do I think will be our quarterback? I don't know, Junior. Who do you think? Lay it on me, guys. If you guys are Seahawk fans, we definitely need you to follow. Stick around here. Micah, I do stream just about every day. Yeah. Monday night going into Tuesday morning, I typically miss, though. But that'll stop in another 3 or 4 weeks. So tomorrow I won't be on. But yeah, I'm usually a daily streamer. What do I think about DK leaving? I don't like it. I mean, he was my favorite guy on the team. But sometimes you gotta say no. You gotta say, hey, that's too much money for us. So they got a second rounder, and it seems like it's a new era. I wonder how Kubiak's feeling, the new Seahawk offensive coordinator. He came in, he was expecting to be with Geno Smith, and he was expecting DK Metcalf, and maybe Tyler Lockett. All those guys are gone. I mean, who knows what he was expecting? Maybe he knew. Maybe he was privy to the plans. Yes, yes, Josh. I don't know how I didn't know you, unless you've been in my purple chat before over the years. But yeah, all those guys are awesome. Fair trade? Yeah, I mean, it's not the old days anymore, Romero. I remember the Seahawks had another wide receiver that wanted more money. He held out. His name was Joey Galloway, and Joey was an electric speedy dude from Ohio State. Had a great career, but we had him hold out. I think he missed. Oh, I think he missed about half the season. Then we finally traded him to the Cowboys, and we got 2 first rounders for him. Those days don't happen anymore. Teams are way too guarded over giving up that much draft capital. He did well. He just kind of held out there with Bosa, and then he jumped back the other way. We got a nice little strip sack fumble. Now we're trying to capitalize. Josh Allen got so much money. There's a lot of money in sports, right? Sports is entertainment. Brings big bucks through the gates, and yeah, it is what it is. Doug, thanks for coming in. If you take Cousins' contract, we'll throw in Kyle Pitts for free. Doug, I'm assuming you are a fan of the Falcons. Yeah, I saw Cousins popped up on one of the NFL meme Reddits the other day. I guess he's a fan of the current president. I won't touch it. I won't go there, but I didn't realize he was so inclined. So yeah, he'd be an interesting fit for the Pacific Northwest. How do I feel about it? Ace, I don't know. Um, I don't want to be too sarcastic to you, Ace, but uh, how do you feel when you thought all you did was stub your toe, but you actually broke your ankle? Like you find out there's a fracture. Yeah, it wasn't good. Mike, I didn't know you were live streaming, dude. Holy cow! Thanks, Mike, for the raid. Let's get Mike shouted out. Who do I think the Cowboys need to draft? I think the Cowboys are in overhaul mode. Unfortunately for Cowboy fans, they're probably a year ahead of my Seahawks on that. I thought they were going to contend last year, and they were so bad it was amazing to me how bad they were. I imagine they could really do just about anything other than get another quarterback because they got so much money tied up in Dak. Possibly, yeah. I guess the Seahawks are talking to Darnold and Aaron Rodgers, is what I've read. Yeah, Rico, what do you think about it? You guys tell me what you think. I've been talking about it nonstop. You guys tell me, was it a good trade for Seattle or a bad trade? Gino trade, DK trade, Lockett leaving. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'm glad the one little silver lining for Seahawks fans is they did resign Jones today. Jones was excellent for us as a green dot linebacker. Hate it when I want to read chat and the guy's running the play so fast. Mike says he was chatting and streaming. Headphones are about to die. I think the DK trade was a good trade for Mike. To be honest, you don't think the DK trade was fair? Seattle didn't get enough, or they got too much. You don't want Darnold or Rodgers. You want a young quarterback. They could do both. Wells. Hey, what's up, Baden? DK gonna go crazy. Don't get me wrong. You wish you stayed with the Seahawks. Oh, I think he could be really good opposite Pickens. Although, without having watched a ton of Pickens, I think they're similar receivers, big body, speedy guys, where they don't have the Jackson Smith type guy that's the chain moving, um, you know, catch it at the 5 and then run after the catch type of dude. Not that they can't do that, but you know what I mean. Like you'd love to be a strong arm quarterback, having Pickens and Metcalf there. We'll grab it with Woodson. We need to take it to the house. I felt like I didn't have control over Woodson. I wanted to cut off to the left and see if we could throw a lateral. Hey, TikTok, we only got 2 followers so far. We don't want the timer to run out. I need you guys to please follow, share, and like. Following's free. I mean, if you could subscribe or send a galaxy, hey, more power to you. But I know that's not practical for everybody. Aaron Rodgers would be a nice pickup for Seattle. Yeah, I don't even like Aaron, but I would like to have Aaron as the day one or week one starter next year. If he gets smashed behind a terrible offensive line, that's comedy. We would get him for the Seattle theme team for those of us that play Madden Ultimate Team, and yeah, maybe they would actually contend with him. No, I think there's no way Russell's coming back. I mean, I shouldn't say no way. Never say never. I wouldn't hate it, but you got to remember, Russell Wilson tried to get John Schneider fired. Out of Aaron, Darnold, Fields, who would I want? Rodgers would be my first pick. I can't stand him. He's a know-it-all that knows nothing. I'll leave it at that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to become a fan of Aaron Rodgers because he's in the Seahawk action green, but I'll root for him if he's on the team, as long as he doesn't do anything hideous off the field, Justin Tucker style. Mike wants to draft a quarterback. At this point, as a Falcon, your quarterback could be a fan of Satan himself. He'd be okay with it for Doug. Doug, what did you think of Pinnock so far? Mike there, he's a fan of your rival. He likes the Buccaneers. Let's see, you'd only want Rodgers if we have him for 1 year. Yeah, I can't imagine you're going to have Rodgers for more than 2 seasons. I would think that would be like the maximum before he hangs it up. Brady Cook, top 3 quarterback in this draft. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I'm not sure I've ever heard of Brady Cook till right now. Probably have. I don't follow college that closely. I got to figure it out. You think Sam's a move, but what are we going to do with our receivers? I don't know. We got to find ourselves a Jawan Jennings or somebody to help JSN. I think Bobo's decent. I don't know if you want Bobo to be a starter, but he seems like he has pretty good hands and big body guy going into his 3rd year. This game's kind of tilted my way. Let's see if we can keep the clock moving. The CJ Spiller seems fun. So does the Ross card. You think Sam? Okay, so I'm caught up. I think for right now on TikTok side. Hey guys, you ready for a question of the day? I am. Here's the question, guys. Type 1 if you're ready for the question of the day. I need to see like 5 ones across the chats. All right, Bucks is ready. Sweezy's ready. Sweezy, thanks for following. Cameron's ready. Sweezy's ready. Greek God's ready. All right, we need one more. So somebody else type 1 in the chat. Oh, he got me with a great lurk. All right, Rico's ready. All right, here we go. I already forgot what it was. I have to look at it. I have it written down. Would you rather give up your favorite hobby or your favorite food? There we go. I'm giving up my favorite food, personally. But yeah, would you rather give up your favorite hobby or favorite food? Let's see. He has good upside, but left some stuff to be desired. Not a big fan of the lefties, but he has talent. Not only a Falcons hater, you're also a Penix hater. He's almost in the same boat, so much pain. Oh, almost got it right back, but that was a bad interception that I threw. Let's see. Bucks has given up his favorite food. What is your favorite food, by the way? Rico's given up your favorite hobby. Rico, what is your favorite hobby? What if your favorite hobby is eating? Then I'm boned, Mike. I don't have a comeback for it. I'd rather have Sanders. I don't think Milroe's going to particularly be good. I don't know that Sanders will be good or he won't, but I think he at least has the potential to be good. Favorite foods are lasagna for Bucks for Life. You're Italian. Hey, me too. My mom's full-blooded Italian, so I'm half. Let's see, probably hobby because you don't have one specific favorite hobby. You can't give up carne asada tacos for Sweezy. Rico, come on, man. You can't pull on people if they don't want to be pulled on, Rico. But just playing Rico. Sounds like an important hobby. Oh, we almost got it with Keekly, but almost doesn't get us an interception. Doug, he's also an Auburn fan. Can confirm Milroe is not good. Do I think the Seahawks are going to be good next season? I don't know, Greek. I mean, I hope so, but I'm going to have a love affair with the Raiders. I love Pete Carroll and I love Geno Smith. So a couple of my favorite guys are in Vegas now. So I hope the Silver and Black has a great season. In case the Seahawks are like a 3-win bottom of the barrel team, I can always enjoy the Raiders, but Seattle's my team. Tom, hey, welcome in here, Tom. Thanks for following. Lights are flashing. Timer just went up for the length of the stream. We want everybody to follow to keep the stream going. Tom, important question for you. Who is your favorite baseball team? Because it's almost time for MLB The Show. Drewkey, you've asked me that before. Stop, Drewkey. You tell me your favorite team, Drewkey. Let's see. You're going to enjoy the Ravens if Seattle's bad for Rico. Do I know if the Raiders and Seahawks play this upcoming season? They do not. They play the following season in Las Vegas. Vikings for Drewkey. Drewkey, are you okay with them letting Darnold walk? Because, I mean, Darnold made you guys pretty relevant this past season. Still mad at myself for that turnover. Could have been up 2 possessions. Oh, well. Got to get over it. Mike's excited for MLB franchise, and he's going to be grinding Joyce 1-1. Could you play? Possibly. Did you follow the stream previously, Lucas? And do you own PGA 2K25, Lucas? Let's see. Lucas just followed. Lucas, imagine going into a stream and saying, "Hey, can I play?" And you didn't even commit to following the streamer. But hey, Lucas, welcome in. Tell us more about yourself. Drewkey, he likes Sam Darnold. Seahawks fans might learn to like him. We'll see. Hey, when I manually move a guy over and then he just like Zap's back where I don't want him to be. You say Seattle gets same and T Higgins. Jackson Knapp. How are you, Jackson? Welcome in. Hey, what's up, Edgar? Edgar, I was just hyping up the Raiders. I'm gonna be a Raider fan as long as Pete and Gino are there. And that's true. Like I'm excited for Raider football. Maybe more excited for the Raiders than I am Seattle. Let's see. Mike might even do an A's rebuild in honor of me. Boy, they need it. Did you guys see that the Rays are getting pressure from the other owners to be put up for sale? Just started playing Madden again. Oh, nice. I think he's running an RPO. How did your year go coaching this past year, Edgar? You're excited? Can't wait for the draft. Would you like him to draft Jitney? I feel like Jitney's too early there, but somebody was saying that they like earlier in tonight's chat that they thought Jitney would go to the Raiders, like sixth or seventh overall. Tom, you don't have a baseball team. Favorite team in the in Madden is the Dolphins. Hey, what's up, Monty? How are you doing, buddy? We are multi-streaming and doing our thing. Probably will miss tomorrow, and then the rest of the week will likely be more MLB The Show as we ramp up for the release of 25. He's been okay. See, Mike's playing FIFA career mode. Uh, Forgot to slide the right back. Oh, Spiller's so fast. Forgot to slide your right back. Who you signed for 8 million euros into the starting role. He's been on the bench all year. Raiders get Jitney or McMillan in your opinion for the draft for Bucks for Live. Yeah, Monty, I'm doing pretty well. It's been a rough week for Seahawk fans. I mean, just even if you thought it was the right moves to move on from the guys we moved on from, those were kind of like franchise staples. It was Geno Smith, he'd been the 3 year starter. DK and Tyler Lockett were both Seahawk draft picks. I don't know, bud. Is Jackson Dart first round pick or no? I don't watch a lot of college guys, so when it comes to the draft stuff, I can make up stories and tell you what I think, or I can just ask you what you guys think because you probably know more in chat than I do. Sweezy, I want the Seahawks to get Goodwin in free agency. You think the Bucks will resign him? Oh, you're gonna get Mike hyped up over in the other purple chat. I don't think Mike wants Goodwin going anywhere. Oh, 4th and 2. If I go for it and fail, he's probably good to go. I can see if he's blitzing though now, so let's try it. I have that ability on Moon. You don't know what Seattle's doing. They got a plan for sure. I mean, I hope so. John Schneider gets to be the man, right? He pushed out Pete Carroll, kind of. We think he threw Pete under the bus with Jody Allen, and it's his deal, right? He can make us or break us now with this offseason. I held on a little too long there to that Everett throw. Lucky to get away with it. They say he proved himself to be a first rounder because how good he was at the combine for Jackson Dart. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know which quarterbacks really showed out at the combine. You signed him in July. Now it's November. He's still on the bench. He should be fired. You can't touch Goodwin. He's your toy, not ours. There's your reply from Mike Plays Games to our Seahawk buddies on TikTok chat. Don't think Dart's a first rounder, says Sergio. I wouldn't really mind Seattle getting him in the second round. I'm concerned about using our first rounder on him. Why did it run down? Dang it. I better just throw this away. We'll give it a shot from 41. But yeah, I don't think I had shoe clock on. Maybe I did. Yeah, dang it. I forgot what I was doing. Typical old man forgot what he was doing. All right, 58 yards for the win, fellas. Levi, you're good luck. Thanks for following. We need the luck on the kick here. Wyatt, I don't feel good about it. Who's my favorite player on the current team. But we'll see what happens. Mike says we can sign Wash Tyler Lockett. Dart should definitely go first round. You really want the Seahawks to get him, says Sweezy. So what's the order of quarterbacks, guys? It's Ward, Sanders, Dart. Top 3. No, I don't play ranked. The only ranked I play is on MLB The Show. Can I shank this kick? Is it going to squeeze in? It will. Elam from downtown. Bang. And we'll get the walk-off win against the Seahawk fan. I don't think I deserve that win, guys. That was a cruddy kick. But, hey, if you're not entertained, I don't know what to tell you. The For Your page, can turn into the Daniel page. Just click on in if you're browsing, and let's talk some sports. We want everybody to stick around with us. Please follow, share, and like. So that's the order. Ward, Sanders, Dart. You really like DK. He had a horrible route running that sold us a few games. Hey, DK wasn't perfect, but DK was a lot of fun to watch, man. Huge dude, super fast, freak athlete, right? And I don't blame him for securing the bag for DK. It sucks that he's gone. I wish he loved being in Seattle and wanted to be there his whole career, but I don't blame him for forcing the trade and getting the 30 million a year average, because he had that horrible injury when he was in college with the neck deal. So yeah, get that generational wealth, man. If I was his agent, I would have advised him to do it. Raiders and Steelers can enjoy their overpaid players. So Sergio, Geno Smith is worth every penny, and so is Pete Carroll. Let's see, Colin, how are you? It's over for the Seahawks. What's over? The season's over for everybody, Ant. Let's see what the roster looks like. I'm not particularly thrilled, Ant, with what they're doing, but maybe they can go and redeem themselves. We're just starting in the off season. Let's see. Don't get me wrong. You love him. You have his jersey. You're just not super mad about it. Ward, Sanders, Dart, Ewers, Milroe, Gabriel, Bucks has given us the order. Oakland, baby. Hey, I'm an Oakland A's fan. He's a fan of the Warriors that used to be from Oakland. Raiders should still be in Oakland. If it wasn't for John Fisher, they probably would have got their deal there. All right, so we got Ross. We got CJ Spiller and Warren Moon. Did a little overhaul on the team. Got to grind out some of the solos today. Probably not going to play a whole lot of Madden, though, moving forward, guys. We're going to shift gears to MLB The Show with golf on the side. Golf will be the appetizer or the dessert on some of those streams. I think the best wide receiver in football is Jamar Chase, personally. Mike says, I don't think anyone past Milroe would get a chance to start in year one. All right, yes or no? Everybody be ready to type. You can just type wire in. Quinn Ewers is going to be a good NFL starter at some point in his career. Yes or no? I really don't know. I don't watch a lot of college. I mean, I know Texas has been winning a lot. Sergio says no. Wyatt says in. Why and in. Bucks is he's sitting on the fence. That's my job, Bucks. I'm the one streaming, trying to engagement bait you guys. Let's see. Milroe ain't that good if you think about it. So if you think about it, shouldn't be a first rounder, says Colin. Mike plays games, says he has his feelings about Jamar Chase. It's got to be Chase or Jettas, though, right? For top wide receiver in the NFL right now. Puka Nakua's up there too, but I don't think Puka's quite to that level yet. Mike is saying he thinks it's Justin Jefferson. Milroe is the same as Richardson. Druki, he's taking JJ. Athletic, not the skill. You're so unsure he can be really good, then get injured and make a bad play the next. It's Jamar, no question. Jamar absolutely carried me to a championship in fantasy. So I had Jamar and Burrow. I was double dipping the Bengals this year. Yeah, Devontae and Puka's an interesting deal. I mean, I was asking last night. It's funny. I asked you guys last night. Chat was getting a little bit quiet. It always has its ebbs and its flow, and nobody really weighed in on it too much. But do you guys think Devontae Adams is washed, or do you think he still has something in the tank? But I do think getting Adams makes it so much more palatable to trade away Cooper Kupp now. Hey, I'm gonna miss DK too. He was my favorite guy on the current squad, but nothing lasts forever, unfortunately. Hey, Tom, thanks for following. It makes the guys that do play their entire career for your franchise, if you have a franchise you root for, that much more special. And I imagine Steph Curry's going to hang it up as a Warrior. And all the success that I got to see Steph have, that's pretty cool. Brother, 0707. What's up, brother? Yeah, thanks for following. How's your day been? Getting cooked by this guy. He's a pretty good player with his cowboy theme. Emmitt Smith out of the backfield catching that one. So see, personally, you think Jamar gets away with a lot of offensive pass interference as Mike plays games? Adam's so underrated, he'll do good. They're betting on a lot of old players, right? Stafford, I thought Stafford was going to get traded, but then they found a way to keep him. I know they were saying Adams and Rodgers to Los Angeles as Stafford got traded away, but now it's just Adams making his way out there. So that'll break up the Adams and A-Rod combo. which they seem like they love to play with one another. They may struggle. Yeah, they may be the worst team in football next year. Standard. I don't want to be too hyperbolic. I actually think that Seahawk defense should be one of the best defenses in the league, but the offense as it stands looks horrible. So we got to see what they do. They do have cap space. They do have draft capital to try to get it up there. I mean, the teams that are on the bottom right now, Sergio, are going to get better. They're picking at the top of every round essentially. So like Tennessee shouldn't be as bad next year. Carolina's been rough, right? I think they're rough from the ownership group down. So they could be competing for the bottom of the barrel. But yeah, Seattle, like, we don't have a quarterback. We're down 2 wide receivers. The offensive line was already very suspect. We got a lot of holes to fill, and if John Schneider pays the wrong guys or drafts the wrong guys, we're cooked. Riz Kid, how's the Riz levels, Riz Kid? Thanks for following. Steelers Super Bowl charge next year. Let's see who their quarterback is. Bryce Young is a starting quarterback in the NFL. You don't care. Yeah, Bryce looked a lot better as the season progressed, right? So happy we re-signed Jones. You think if we nail the draft on offense, we can have a winning record? Yeah, we're gonna have to crush it, dude. I hope you're right. I like your optimism. Joshua, welcome in as well. Everybody that does commit to the stream by hitting that follow button, you had some time to the time bank, and we'll stream longer for you. So keep them coming, guys. Bummer on that throw. I think we'll go for it. Joshua, and everybody else that's followed recently, please tell me your favorite football team, so we know who's rooting for whom. Playing the shoe when it comes out. Sure, I like playing with shoes. High heels. No, yeah, I know what you meant. Am I playing the show? Yeah, we'll be on the show night 1. It's usually my main game. I thought we were just gonna outrun the Cowboy defender. He wasn't using him and lead it there. That was yuck. That was pathetic. Let's see. My leg says Commandos. Brother, he likes the 49ers. You were told Devontae Adams was better than Mike Evans for years. Where are we now, says Mike Plays Games. Who do I want at quarterback? Geno Smith. No, Geno's gone. It's on to a new era. I guess if I was a GM, I would try to get Aaron Rodgers on a fairly team-friendly deal for a season with maybe a club option for another season, and see what we have in Sam Howell, and maybe take a late round quarterback. Take somebody 4th rounder or later. I don't think it's a good quarterback draft from what I've been reading. Like, I don't know that we should burn all of our draft capital to go up and get Deion's kid. I always call him Shooter Sanders, but I guess that's not how the first name's supposed to be pronounced. One of the purple app moderators lost his mind hearing me say that. Yeah, I want Patrick Mahomes to be our quarterback. Yeah, good answer from Mike. Mike's he's doing the thinking for me in that purple stream. Same name everywhere, guys. If you want to follow in more than one place, feel free. Let's see. You want Cam Ward, but he's going to go far too early for us. Yeah, for sure. There's a max of 3 quarterbacks going in the first round, says brother. My leg and Little Smooth, bang bang. Welcome in, fellas. Good to have you here. Gone, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the chat. Haven't chatted with you in a while. You think Darnold is our guy? It sounds like they're interested in him. Hydro, thanks for hitting us with the water follow. Yeah, we'd like to have Jaden Daniels as our quarterback there in Seattle. Shador Sanders. Is that how it's pronounced? Hopefully I said it right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of Seahawks fans that are hoping for that. So I like the Seahawks. That's why we got the Seahawks theme. If you want to type exclamation point teams in the purple stream, if you're in the purple stream, it'll give you the list of all the teams to root for. Sweezy, he wants Dart so bad. And I thought I picked that with Witherspoon. Witherspoon and Dion, 221's competing for it. I didn't mean to trigger the one hand animation, but sometimes I just do it out of habit. But Dion cooked me there. Yeah, Seattle has the 18th pick. I think we have 2 second rounders, 2/3. We have quite a few picks. I think we have 10 picks in the draft, 10 or 11. We had a few comp picks and stuff too. You want the commies to get Hendrickson. Watch your first NFL season this year because you're into betting. You used to always say it was a bad sport. Hey, no problem. There's no profanity in the chat. If you're so inclined, yeah, please check out Underdog. They are my sponsor. They'll take great care of you. There's all the information. But yeah, sometimes it's a lot of fun when you have something riding on the game. We have 11 picks now, says Sweezy. rough start in this game for me. If you guys are on TikTok, please don't let our timer run out. The scrolling thing is telling you all the actions to take to keep us going. Who do I think the Seahawks are going to pick in the first round? Danny, I really don't know what the plan is right now. Oh, and the UK. Oh, awesome, man. Do you follow the EPL out that way? With how the quarterback market is, I don't think you can ever max out how many first rounders get used on quarterbacks as Mike plays games. Yeah, Danny, I mean that's yeah, great question. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I was hoping they were addressing the interior of the offensive line, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. Hey, what's up, Bad Wolf? We haven't seen you in ages. What you been up to? Do I think we should use one of our picks for a receiver or just pick up a veteran? Oh, we need more than one wide receiver, in my estimation. I don't think you can go into the year with JSN, Dariki Young, and Jake Bobo. Like that's not enough in the receiving room. So you can draft a receiver, you can draft two receivers, you can pick up a veteran free agent and just go for it. Speaking of go for it, here goes Warren Moon. We are multi-streaming. We're live on Purple, Red, and TikTok chats. So here's the list of the teams I like, buddy. There we go. Don't really care that much about club level soccer. In case you're into it, they're in the UK. Matt, I hate it. I hate it. He was my favorite guy to watch, but it is what it is. He wanted a big payday. I don't think Seattle was prepared to give him that much money. So you get what you can get for him, and of course, Seahawks lost some leverage with the trade getting leaked out there. Liam, if you remember me, you wouldn't ask that question. Liam, your name for the rest of the stream is going to be Sarah McLaughlin. Do I remember you? But yeah, it's just a weird question to ask a streamer, man. I tell you guys, it's like a pick me question. Because like if the streamer doesn't remember you, you put them in a weird spot. If they do remember you, I mean, then yeah, they can say like, "Hey, yeah, what you been up to? How are those psychology courses going for you that you said you're going to be taking?" But there's a lot of Liams that pop into chat. Not trying to roast you, Liam. I do see the skiing guy, so I think you're somewhat of a recent follower. Pretty sure that ski emoji was a fresh one to my eyeballs when you did pop in. So let's see. Glue, I've been talking about it nonstop. You tell me what you think, Glue, if you don't mind, just so I can save my breath for a minute on my thoughts on DK Metcalf. But I mean, we're here to talk about it. I just want to hear what you think. Let's see. Who do I think the Ravens could pick up? Did the Ravens have their first round pick, Jeremiah? Sincerely, I'm not sure. I thought I could sneak through again. I thought it was man coverage and that they were all going to go over to that side of the field. Didn't quite work out that way for me. Ravens, I thought the Ravens would have been a contender to get Cooper Kupp or DK Metcalf. With the Seahawks having traded Metcalf to the Steelers, I could see the Ravens trying to load up and get themselves another weapon out there. Oh, Dion underneath. Dion's having a big game. He's catching touchdowns. He's going the other way here with the interceptions. And yeah, I thought that was wide open. I didn't realize that was going that way. It's late night for me, John. You think it's pretty cool. A lot of money for him, though. Am I mad about Devontae Adams for the Rams? Why would I be mad about that? Rams have one championship in what last 20 years, and they didn't deserve it. So yeah, go Rams. Let's see. You don't want to see Sam Darnold on the Seahawks or Aaron Rodgers. I kind of want Rodgers, to be honest. Don't have a club for footy. Interestingly, oh yeah, that is interesting. Da is washed, says Glue. But yeah, there's nothing to get mad about. Good for him. I wish I was getting wide receiver money. We need you guys to send some more galaxies for me to get wide receiver money in here, or some universes. Let's see. You love when PFF doesn't have the Seahawks picks updated. Yeah, Seahawk fans were confused on the Geno Smith day too. They thought that we had the best Raider pick when we didn't. Let's see. Dylan, how are you, buddy? Jay Smith, you're boring me. So bye, Jay. I mean, hey, Rams fans are welcome here. Niner fans are welcome here. If you're trying to be a troll, then hit the road, Jack. Yes, the Miles Garrett thing sounded like it was a done deal, right? He was supposed to be gone, and then he got the big contract. But he don't take notes. I'm a very casual player. I'm getting pretty old too, so the reaction time is not what it used to be. But hey, we're here to have a good time. How's your day been, Dylan? Go Bears! I got a Bears moderator who probably is lurking, and if he's not, he'll probably be in here soon. His name's Dark Specta. How do you feel about the Bears offseason so far? Buddy likes the Bengals. Most exciting team this year. Yeah, the Bengals are fun to watch. See, you like Rodgers, but Darnold isn't the move, says Danny. Steelers Nation, let's welcome DK. Hey, I'm happy he'll be with Tomlin. I think Tomlin will get the most out of him. As a Justin Fields enthusiast, do you want him to go to Seattle and build around him, says Lando. Hey, what's up, Zuzi? Didn't even mention the Cardinals. Hey, we don't mind the Cardinal fans, as long as they're not trolls. The Beezer. Who's the Beezer? Like you're giving me a nickname, like a play on the geezer. Let's see. Why did I ban you? I didn't ban you, Strictly Niners. At least I don't think I did. Should I ban you? Probably should. Your name's Strictly Niners. Let's see. Yeah, so Susie, we were just talking about it. We had an obnoxious Rams troll in here a minute ago. Bladeskin, welcome into the stream. DK was for a second round pick. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I think getting Adams is nice for the Rams and Rams fans. If nothing else, you guys get yourself a nice veteran to ease the discomfort of trading away Cooper Kupp, which is supposed to happen, or waiving him. Smart for Seattle to get rid of them. They're going to have a lot of money to use in the offseason. Tyler, I don't know that a lot of people are that excited to move to the Pacific Northwest and play for the Seahawks, though. Yeah, DK got a second, Debo got a fifth. DK was a lot more healthy the last couple years. Friend, thanks so much for the heart me. It is coming in from Caleb. Hey, we love everybody to send a heart me. Put you guys on the TikTok team, so super appreciated. This guy is just must Russian. Nobody's really getting open off of it, and then he sent the spy, so that worked that time for him. Minor fans are the worst. Hey, it's an important job. Somebody's got to get in there and get that gold. Let's see. Have I seen the podcast of Russ talking about going to Candlestick for the first time? No, I don't think I've seen it. I don't watch podcasts, so I definitely didn't see it unless a clip circulated on my feed or something. Caleb, I think it's kind of a sad week for Seahawk fans. Lockett's gone, DK's gone, Gino's gone. They may not have been everybody's favorite players, but they had been a big part of the franchise for some time. I mean, Gino had backed up Russell for 2 or 3 years before he became the starter as well. So Gino's been there for a while. We drafted DK. Tyler had a really long run for us. One of the franchise greats, one of the franchise league leaders, one of the franchise leaders in yardage and reception and all that stuff. So, the trade is just another kick to the shin for Seahawks fans, but it is what it is, man. I mean, maybe they'll do something great with it, with the cap space and the draft picks. Maybe they felt they couldn't keep offering up big money contracts. We got ourselves in some bad trouble with the Joel Adams contract and the Quandre Diggs contract that they were still kind of paying for. Yeah, DK can be a menace for sure. You think Adams to the Rams will be interesting as well, with them getting rid of Cooper Kupp? Yeah, I think they just have him as like the veteran chain mover now. But we'll see. He may be a great partner off of the gravity of Nakua. I kind of wanted to lateral that, but I didn't want it to get jumped. What's up, Nats fan? You're up early or late, man. Good to see you here. Hey, what's up, D-Lee? How are you doing, buddy? Great to have you there. Hey, you guys see the text on the screen? Please be sure to follow, share, like, sub, gift, all that stuff. We don't want the timer to run out. If anybody can subscribe, it's like 269. We got to get the sub count over 50 on TikTok to unlock gifted subs. Huge goal of mine. We were really close before the app went dark, and now we kind of got to grind back up there. Let's see. Early morning. It is an early morning for you, man. Anthony, it's not happening. I mean, never say never, right? Maybe Russ and John Schneider will have dinner and, rekindle the romance. But Russell Wilson tried to get John Schneider and Pete Carroll fired. Pete's gone, but John Schneider's still there. I don't think John's lining up to give Russell Wilson a contract. So no, I think there's just nothing to think about it other than people are just trying to, maybe go down memory lane on it or something. Do I think it helps with always getting flags? I mean, DK is a bit of a hothead, but I think for the most part, he was worth putting up with the diva behavior, which is pretty typical of a lot of wide receivers. Um, Splits in there. It's cool to see where the blitz is coming from. So then you just kind of know, like, all right, these other guys are in zone. But yeah, I mean, DK with Pickens could be a pretty explosive combo for Tomlin to deal with, and whoever their quarterback's going to be there in Pittsburgh next year. I think Watson's washed. I don't think Watson cares about football much anymore. I think he cares about getting paid, and he did get paid, so he's just going to go through the motions. Sean is my feeling. They need to let Fields finish out his 3-0 season in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Fields is an interesting guy. Wherever he'll end up going. Hey, what's up, G? How's your day going? All right, we got Jettas in behind Mel Blount. It's nice having some speed on the field. Do I think the Seahawks should get Darius Slayton? Maybe. I guess time will tell, man. I don't think we need to spend a lot on the defensive side of the football. I think the offensive side looks terrible. Maybe draft a safety for depth and to push Kobe Bryant and just be a backup guy between Bryant and Love. I know we resigned Joby, the nickel defensive back, but he didn't really impress me that much. I wouldn't mind somebody to come in and compete with him, but I think that's later round stuff for the Seahawks. As far as spending the cap space, I think they got to get a starter or two for the offensive line, or draft a couple guys, and you need a quarterback, and you're very thin at wide receiver right now. Let's see, Minnie. Thanks for following. How are you, Minnie? The uniform, the ones that I'm wearing are the default ones. If you're talking about the action greens that I wear with the blue pants, they were available in season one. I think you can still get them on the auction house, but they're probably super, super rare. Hey, Isaac, thank you very much for the shares. So, who do you think we're getting in the second round? The ones I'm wearing right now, these are the default ones that I'm wearing. The GOAT, DK, and Russ, Finn and win a Super Bowl. Well, I think Russ is gone, Kyrie. Pretty sure Russ is not going back to Pittsburgh. Isaac, if you're only clicking copy and you're not actually sending it anywhere, it doesn't do anything. If you got your friends showing online and you're actually sharing the stream, then that's huge. But yeah, it makes it tough to read chat if you're just clicking copy, because I don't think it actually does anything. Uh, would you prefer a rebuild or a reload? I don't really like taking seasons off personally. So I'd say reload. Like let's go for it. Try to compete. Pete Carroll would never allow him to not compete. But yeah, Isaac, calm down, man. If you're actually sharing to folks on stream, awesome. But people that are showing online. I can't read chat, Isaac. You're flooding the chat. I can't see anything else. All right, Isaac, gonna have to time you out. Hate to do that to Isaac, but we had to mute him for 5 minutes. I asked him to slow down. He's sitting behind a mentor quarterback. Yeah, he's going for the deep shot that's going to travel out of bounds. The more of a reset, not a rebuild. Yeah, Isaac asked you to stop, so now you can't participate in the stream. Eddie, welcome into the stream. How are you? Lights are flashing green for the purple followers, and they flash other colors for the other ones. Yeah, I banned him now, John, so he doesn't have to support the stream anymore. But like people can go and click copy, like they're going to share, but then they don't actually do anything. I think that's all he was doing. Which I mean, hey, I appreciate that he's trying to be a helper, but it's not helpful to flood chat. How come I don't use? I do have the Spiller card. How come you don't pay attention to Spiller in my lineup? Let's see. But yeah, I just got him today. He's pretty cool. Former Seahawk too. Lando, if it were up to me, and it's not, I would try to get Rodgers. If I couldn't get Rodgers, maybe Kirk Cousins or I don't know, maybe Darnold if I could get a team friendly enough deal, and I would still see what I had in Sam Howell. I probably would not draft a quarterback besides day 3. No, you're all good, bud. Yeah, welcome in. It's underrated that's talking to us. I thought maybe it was Undertaker, like a reference to the wrestler. So I had to click on your name to see the rest of it. If you guys see that timer, we don't want the timer to expire. The best thing to do is follow the stream if you've yet to follow. Ooh, clutch stop. Chill stream, digging the vibes. Great to have you as a part of it. I go by the same name on all the platforms, Dylan. If you use Discord or if you're like a big Instagram guy, I'd love to connect with you on all of them. You would take Justin Fields at cheap price. I don't think Fields reads the defenses too well. I'm basing a lot of my opinion on Fields from a while back, though. His last game as the Bears starter, we needed the Bears to lose, Seahawks to win in Arizona 2 seasons ago. Pete's last game, and I was watching Fields. It's like he had zero pocket awareness, and I was thinking, God, this guy is just not him. So I don't know. Maybe he's better than that. I know he got some wins with the Steelers, but I didn't get to really watch those games. People are saying the Browns should pick up Cousins, maybe 10, 20 million. Yeah, great to connect with you. Hey, Raider fans are super welcome here. I'm going to be a temporary Raider fan. As long as Pete's there, go silver and black. Fields isn't really a good quarterback. If he started all of last year, could have been the move, but he's not improved, says Dom. All right, we're trying to just run out the clock. If we can play keep away and get the win, that would be fun. Dom, and those of you that have been there for a while, do you like the scrolling text more, or do you miss the static text as far as like trying to get people to follow for the lights type of thing? I don't want it to be too busy where it's like distracting and somebody's like, oh, there's too much going on. But I feel like it gives a little bit more information. Probably keep tweaking it as we get into the next year or the next game, MLB The Show. He's blitzing in the middle. Now he's calling off the blitz. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, didn't like the throws and just dove into the line. I think keep him on the long field if we can't convert. It's noticeable. Scrolling is fine, not distracting. Oh, right on, Dom. Thanks for the feedback. Hey, Dark Spectre, there's a new Bears buddy. He just followed. He's here in chat right now, too. You think if the Lions didn't have those injuries, it could have went all the way. Yeah, Lions is definitely a tough what-if season for those guys. Tried to make something happen with the playmaker. Obviously, it didn't happen. That Ross card has some type of zero AP bucket playmaker thing. Could have went for the 6 point advantage, but I thought like let's just try to win it here with the offense. And here goes Emmett. You see, you like the text across the screen. It's nice, says John. Thank you, John. You think he'd be more valuable than other quarterbacks in Seattle if they can't get any veteran wide receivers? I think his ability to move around would help a lot. Hey, Dylan, I'll definitely get you followed back on Instagram. I follow everybody back on like the networking ones. It's like Insta, Blue Sky, Twitter, Threads. If you guys use any of them, I'm Daniel Freak across all the socials. Let's see. Mike says go Saints. Mike, are you running a fever? Mike's becoming a Saints fan here. I'm surprised this guy's leaning on the run so much. Like he's got to get this ball upfield here, sooner than later, right? It's okay with me if he wants to run out the clock. He's got Emmett out to the flat. I thought he was going to go to Pitts. I manned Kuechly on Pitts. I didn't think he was going to be that slow. Not great about it, Isaac. Yeah, how are you feeling about it? And I know a lot of you guys are Seahawks fans that have followed my stream over these Madden streams. When somebody pops into chat, I don't always remember who they root for. But yeah, definitely curious what you guys think. Here goes Winton, beautifully lob ball. I thought we were going to knock it down, so I was unable to punch it in, and now we're going to have to find Ross or somebody slipping behind the defense because he'll be up 4. Yeah, it worked out for him. I didn't mean to be that up defensively that where I was. DK got traded to the Steelers. It's going good. How was your weekend, Dark Spectre? Derek Carr's best quarterback in the 2020s. He's never done anything wrong, says Mike. Mike, did he do something wrong? Yeah, that was a nice little throw. I thought I was going to at least knock it down. Was thinking that was going to be an interception, but yeah, he just floated out. Lucas, you're doing nothing of the sort. Stop the lies, Lucas. All right, Lucas, nobody pay attention to that dude. Don't DM him. Stranger danger bells are going off in my head, seeing somebody promise in the world to the viewers. Wild day in NFL moves. You're not wrong, Dark Spectre. And we got Everett, and we'll get out of bounds. We can work the middle of the field, but we need something to give us a shot at the end zone. So probably 2 more plays. He threw the football out of bounds by like 30 yards, landed on Chris Olave. Oh, I didn't know he had done that. If I did, I forgot all about it as far as Derek Carr. Oh man, I thought Jettas had it and we would have been like right there at the 20 to take the shot in. DK, Diva in the locker room, never heard anything about him. As far as I'm aware, as a fan of the team, I thought DK was a pretty beloved teammate. Bang! Ross from downtown, from Warren Moon. If you don't like that, you're rooting for my opponent. You guys should definitely hit the follow button for that one. So we'll walk them off on the Ross play. Holy cow. Best throw of the year. Just about to put away Madden and start getting ready for MLB The Show. I learned to play, fellas. But yeah, we'll clip that one. What a play. Let's see. DK gets labeled as a diva for shoving players 6 yards down the field on halfback draws, but he's never been a bad teammate since Mike plays games. Isaac, I wish. No, I was a Madden Pro for 1 play. Dictator on day 1. Madden Pro on day whatever this is, day 10 of March. But no, I'm not Madden Pro at all. Yeah, we'll definitely play college football. I probably won't have to buy it. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Nothing's for certain, but I am part of the EA Creator Network, so they usually supply us codes for the game. Did somebody subscribe on TikTok? Because if you guys did, that would explain why my lights are going nuts. And the timer went up, so somebody subscribed. I just want to know who it is. I'm going to write your name on the subscriber wall. Thanks so much for subscribing. Get yourself a unicorn. You get the badge. You get use of the emotes. You get, what else you get? Dedicated Discord role as a subscriber. And anytime we play multiplayer games, you can get in. Jeremiah, listen, if I have any codes to give away, it's to the whole community. I give everybody a shot to win it. So I'm not gonna give you no false promises like, hey, yeah, we're gonna do this and just give it to you. Hey, speaking of give it to you, Dark Spectre going to give us 32 months as a subscriber. Thanks so much, Dark Spectre. So yeah, Dark Spectre subscribing on the purple side. I don't know who subscribed on the TikTok side. It was me, Eugene. Thanks, man. We're gonna get you on the wall. Man, that Jordan Ross play, dude. I don't usually get too hyped up about stuff, but that was like, yeah, let's go. Lights are going blue again. May still be for Eugene. It was me. Tippett says me after somebody smells his farts. Do I live in Seattle? I don't. I'm a California guy. You heard the Beach Boys song. I wish they all could be California boys. I'm one of the California boys. Oh no, that wasn't the lyrics. But yeah, I'm out in California. My cousin played for the Seahawks way back in the old days. Hey, what's up, Crazy Keyboard? How are you? So that's why I like a displaced team, as they say. Dude, I thought he was past Taylor. Terrible read. I used I wasted all the good throws on the last play of the last game. I'm done. I'm spent. Now you guys just get to laugh the rest of the way. State of California actually exists. Such a good song. My day's been interesting. Wasn't my favorite day as a football fan, Crazy Keyboard. I know you're also a Seahawks fan, but yeah, the day was really cool. California's beautiful. Dude, it's wonderful out here. Not everything's perfect. Cost of living's high, blah blah blah. But yeah, I love being in California. I talk about living other places, but I don't know that I really would be as happy as I am, as content as I am. What overall is Moon? He plays to 97 in my theme team, but he's a 96. Lando, dude, thank you so much. Lando and Eugene, if you guys would like, we'd love to have you join the Discord server. Eugene is in the purple chat, and the TikTok chat. So Eugene, you could just come on through from there. And Lando, if you want to click on my profile, the link tree's there. We can get you in. But thanks so much, buddy. Hey, Kenny, thanks very much for following. Good to have you as our newest member of the community. Kenny, do you have a favorite football team? I started thinking I could actually throw the football here suddenly. It's very pricey. Visited a few towns. Kenny's a Seahawks fan. Kenny, how are you feeling today? If if you have any Seahawks fans in your life, please check on them and give them a hug. But yeah, just kind of a funky week. I mean, Metcalf was sort of expected. At least it's been rumored a lot. Tyler Lockett was expected. The Geno one caught me a bit off guard. But you know, it's a new era there in Seattle. Maybe a new era in Seattle. See, Dom says where he's from, it's expensive. I'm throwing the ball way too much. I need to use this the spiller card and throw it a bit to him and also run the ball more. Is Moon better than Geno? Moon feels like he's better. I think he has better ability buckets and stuff too, cheaper buckets. We'll go for it. I mean, we've already dug ourselves into a bit of a hole, so let's see if we can battle our way out. It's so hard being a fan of the franchise. Yeah, definitely not too easy. Currently, there's been some great times up there though. Oh, X is wide open. Everett, gonna give him the old sidestep. Oh, we got past Taylor, and there's a touchdown. I don't particularly want Dart. I feel like Dart's just a hot name. The way you guys are talking about Dart, and I've streamed for 8 years, reminds me of how people were talking about Malik Willis. Just like, oh yeah, we got to get him. Oh yeah, he's a good athlete and this that. Maybe he's going to be awesome. Maybe he's going to be like the Jaden Daniels of this coming draft, and we'll regret it if we don't get him. But yeah, I don't watch a ton of college, so my opinion isn't based off of anything other than fans seem like they're going a little too nuts for him. Personally, I would get a veteran, maybe draft a quarterback late and let the late rounder Sam Howell fight for the backup spot. Let the veteran at least start the season and see if we can compete. If we can't compete, then go with the young guy. You don't usually carry three, but at least you can go into camp with all three. You're scared for our Seahawks. You also kind of trust McDonald. I don't trust McDonald. I trust McDonald as a defensive wizard. I think he's got a great defensive mind. I think he doesn't have a clue of what he's doing offensively, and that he's an incomplete head coach. He had a reputation this past year as being a bit of a disciplinarian. I know Tyler Lockett said that the team felt more as if it was like a boot camp type of situation, and it's a big culture shift, right? You went from Pete Carroll, the players coach, to having a guy that's got like these little petty fines that he was running on guys. They said McDonald would fine guys like $500 for doing stuff wrong. Don't really know where the line was drawn on what's wrong, but I think like showing up late for meetings. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I'm not sure the guys are lining up for McDonald to come play for him, especially offensive players. And then John Schneider's got to be on the hot seat right now. If he has a good year and we have a good year, then Schneider's good to go. If this turns into a disaster, and it might, then I think Schneider's gone. That play looked like we were all over it, right? Like I was going back there. It was a double pass thing. Mawai was in okay position, but he threw a red pass over the top, and he gets the connection for the touchdown. Johnny, welcome in. Thanks for following, Johnny. Sorry, guys, I'm rambling a lot. Let's see. Sign Rogers, draft another, says Kenny. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Johnny, thanks for the double whammy, man. Johnny has followed and he's liking the stream. Likeathon is on, so the more you guys like, obviously the more activity, the better for stream. The Spiller card's pretty fun so far. Sam Darnold would be a good quarterback to get per Crazy Keyboard. Tippus says maybe Seattle can see what Josh Rosen is doing these days. Chosen Rosen, planning on convincing your mom to go to Mountain Mike's tomorrow for Mike Plays Games. Dude, I hope you guys go. Sounds like maybe she hasn't been there yet, or you're just gonna convince her that that's a good place for a little Monday launch. I don't know, dude. I don't want Sam Darnold at like 45 million. If we get him on a team friendly kind of shorter contract, I'd be fine with it. He's only 27. Played behind a kind of a rough line last year. Vikings pass grading was rough. I know they had some injuries to their offensive line. So, Seattle's line is rough too. So, maybe he would do okay for us. But yeah, I don't want to lock up Sam Darnold for 5 years or something. Let's see, not too many successful defensive-minded head coaches anymore. Yeah, that's a really good point, Lando. It's definitely shifted to the offensive lines, the McVays, the Shanahans, and what have you. You're fine with anybody with Rodgers. Actually, Rodgers would be first on my list, and I don't like him as a person, but I think it's either one of two things happen. Week in 10, Rodgers leads us into the playoffs and team's better than we're feeling at the moment, or he gets destroyed behind a terrible offensive line and we get to laugh at Aaron Rodgers last year. Say F it, sign Russ again. I don't think John Schneider is going to say that though. For those of you that don't follow the team super closely, Russell tried to get the general manager fired. He tried to get Pete Carroll fired. I don't think Russ is coming back. The GM's still there. Kind of hope they let Hal start. I think people are completely overlooking Sam Howell. The Sam Howell thing might be like Gino, right? We traded Russ away, and we were saying, hey, we should go get Baker Mayfield. We probably should have. In hindsight, we were expecting the Niners to buy out Jimmy Garoppolo. Seahawks were in on Garoppolo, and then it's Drew Lock gets traded to us in the Wilson trade, and it's Lock and Gino in the preseason, and Gino grabbed the reins, and he was our starter for 3 years. Maybe Sam Howell is somebody that they know a little bit more about than we realize. Um, that he has something in the tank. Like I'd like to see what he can do. Hey Lando, looks like our opponent quit. Let me get you on our subscriber wall. Greatly appreciate your patronage to the stream. Let's see. You just started playing Madden 25, your first online Madden, and it is hard to play, not like it used to be. Oh, Porter, yeah, these games are tough for sure. They get more and more complicated as time goes forward. I've been playing Madden since Madden 92 on Super Nintendo. And yeah, if anybody ever has like an emulator, or if you had the old school console around, yeah, it's so different than it used to be. Grim, I'm doing okay. How are you doing, Grim? Imagine our team with Baker Mayfield. Yeah, we were interested in Baker supposedly. Then the Panthers got him, right. Does Hal command need to be made? We might have to make a Sam Hal command. Sam Hell may not make it through the week though. We're trading everybody away. Let me get Lando on the wall. We're heading to the playoffs. Playoffs? No, sorry. Nobody remembers the Jim Mora senior meme, but I do it every time we make it in there. All right, Lando's on the wall. Turning 35 in 3 days. Dude, I got to tell you the story, Grim, because I'm about 10 years your senior. I remember turning 30 and feeling like I had gone over the hill. And now that I'm 45 in June, I'll be 45 in June. Now that I'm 44, man, 30 isn't bad. Mid 30s isn't bad at all. You still got a lot in the tank, buddy. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And do you have any fun birthday plans coming up? The Dubs are playing really well for sure. Imagine our team with Baker. Yeah, I kind of wish we got Baker in hindsight because he's so much younger than Gino. I enjoyed the Gino era, but yeah, Gino's gone. Tippist, I can't thank you enough. I still really appreciate the cards. I was thinking about it today when I was mowing the lawn. How nice it was for you to send some cool cards to the collection. Let me give Tippist a little plug. If anybody's a card collector, check out my Discord server. I purchased this Jackson Smith and Jigba card from Tippist, and he's been a part of my community for a long time. So I'm not promising Tippist is going to send you any bonus cards, but he hooked me up with a Miguel Tejada autograph card. I'm an athletics fan. A Mark McGuire game used memorabilia card. It's got part of the bat in there, I believe. It's 3 of 3. An autographed Mark Mulder card, and a one of 149. It's 141. Matt Chapman card. Of course, Matt was NA is great. Of course, now he's in the orange pumpkins of the Giants. But yeah, really cool at Tippis. So super appreciate it, man. Let's see. Seahawks taken for Arch, says William. They might be, dude. It may be time for us to get the Manning train going. Manning family is interesting too. I remember when they didn't let Eli go to San Diego back when they were the San Diego franchise. Let's see, Porter, your hair at 25, feel like you're having the midlife crisis. I think it can happen at any age, man. You can get that feeling of like what is going on. 25 is when your mind finally stops developing too. So you're fully there as far as your brain development goes. Thought we had Ross over the top. That Ty Law kept with him stride for stride. I'm falling in love with the deep ball here a little too much. So let's see. Been playing since 90. First one on console for Eugene. Girl bought you concert tickets. Oh, awesome. What type of concert are you guys going to see? Take on the quarterback spot. It's funny. A lot of people are asking some variation of that question. And, it's good for a streamer because it definitely brings a lot of chatter and a lot of engagement with these Seahawk moves. But I don't know what they should do. I don't know what the plan is. I mean, they need to address the offensive line. Nobody's going to have success behind the line if they keep it the way that it was running last year. I would prefer a veteran and maybe a late round draft pick. I'm not too keen on having to get Sanders or somebody and trying to move up. So Kane Brown. I'm assuming Kane Brown is a country music artist, but I'm not sure. I'm really out of the loop on more modern music. Didn't let Eli go to San Diego, then San Diego end up getting the better quarterback. Would you rather have Eli's career and two championships, or would you rather have Philip Rivers' career and definitely have been the guy that was the better thrower of the football? Country music for Grimm. I grew up listening to a lot of country. My dad was in a country and western band for many years, and I have some of his guitars. Fortunately, I don't know how to play guitar, but yeah, I listened to a lot of stuff from like the 40s through the 80s for country music, even some of the early 90s. But now been really out of the loop on the more modern country music artists. Let's see, Steelers getting DK makes the wide receiver room fast as hell. Hey, you're not wrong. Yeah, DK is going to be interesting alongside Pickens. Been wanting to go since day one. Awesome, Grim. Obscured, thanks for the likes. Of course, Likeathon is on. So the more you guys like, the longer we stream. Also, it helps the engagement and everything. Let's see, probably Eli because he gets all the marketing deals in the rings. Philip was definitely the better quarterback per Mike Plays games. I think the Giants would have done the same thing, even better, if not better, with Rivers. I don't personally really want Fields. If he comes, I'm rooting for him. I hope he'll have success there. I don't think he's particularly good at diagnosing the pressure around him. I think he lacks pocket awareness. I didn't watch him much with the Steelers last year, so maybe he's developing. I know he's still pretty young, but I'd rather get like a veteran guy. How's everybody doing with daylight savings? You guys doing okay on the spring forward? I think a few of the states don't observe it, correct? I know Arizona doesn't. I thought I could get to the outside. I got smashed. Let's see. I got your first 80 overall rebuild for Mike. You always enjoy spring forward, then standard time, says Mike plays games. Arizona guy here. So life is great for Lando. Struggling in Michigan is Eugene. Oh, that was a dangerous throw. It's thrown some pretty interesting wrinkles at me defensively. His team is good enough to stay up with what I'm trying to pull off. See, playing as a Swiss club is pretty fun. Not being in one of the major leagues for once for Mike plays games. I think Moon's gonna have to try to do it on his own, and we'll settle for the field goal attempt. The most that I've scored, I don't know, bud. People tend to quit out if the game gets really lopsided. I might have put 50 or 60 on somebody this year. Occasionally, you'll get a brand new player that won't quit out, but we're playing online head to head, so yeah, people tend to leave if the game gets too lopsided. Daylight savings time, all right. Seems like the days are going by fast for Grim. DK, GP, Calvin Austin. Who's going to be throwing him the football, JSB? Who do you want to throw him the football since you're a Steeler guy? You see Fields going back to the Steelers. They're talking right now. Yeah, Fields would be interesting. I mean, kind of developed, got to sit behind a veteran, and maybe he's good to go. Fields or Darnold, says JSB. Fortunately, no daylight savings in Arizona means 115-degree weather is coming. So Central Valley of California, we get some of those 115, 110 days, and they are miserable. pretty windy where I live, just traditionally. Like there's normally a wind coming out of the west. And when it's that hot and you go outside, you feel like you're walking into a hair dryer. It's just terrible. I know some people prefer the hot weather, but I'm happy in the winter months, with it being shorter days and colder weather. I never say more than that, Kenny. Too many people with weird energy around these platforms at times. Although my neighbor was in chat to start the stream, but yeah, I never say exactly. And the Central Valley is a big part. From Fresno. Fresno's a cool place. One of my moderators is from Fresno. Are you a Bulldogs fan by chance? After the concert, you're going fishing the next day, going to have birthday dinner on Saturday. Grim, that sounds wonderful. What type of fish are you fishing for? And I mean, I know anything can strike your line, but like, are you bass fishing? Are you looking for bluegill or trout or something like that? Get the 3-day weekend. Sounds like it's all lined up for you. It's a dry heat, not humid. Mike says Arizona heat is bearable. Your buddy's brother played there. Watched them beat Minnesota 66-20. I know the college hoops program is under investigation for Fresno State. My moderator that I'm talking about, his name's Carne Basada. He is huge fan of Fresno State, but more so the college football team. Oh yeah, Florida. I think you're reaching wet bulb temperature, right? Where you just can't exist outside in that with that much humidity if it's that hot. Very very dangerous to be out in that much heat if it's super humid. Oh, good throw. This guy's he's made some good decisions back there. Reminder: if you're in TikTok chat, please follow, share, and like the scroller is telling you. We love everybody to come in and stick around with us. The more of those actions happen, the longer we stream. Hey, it's our buddy. The Jubilee is here. What's up, man? Thank you so much for the heart me. How was your weekend? Let's see, Ivan. Thanks for following. So Ivan's also in Fresno on top. Yeah, what's up, my G? There's one streamer I know, he calls himself the top G. I've often thought he's a cool guy, but I've often thought about just putting my title for one night because we're in one of the same communities as like the bottom G, just to be a troll. Let's see. Been to a couple of Fresno State games for Ivan. How do I feel about DK to the Steelers? I don't feel good about him. I'm a Seahawks fan. But yeah, I mean, we kind of expected it was coming. It's just a bummer that he's gone. But yeah, all good things come to an end. Hey, Coldy Beats. There's a name I haven't got to chat with. How are you doing, Coldy? Haven't got to chat with in a while. Arizona nights. It's like 90 degrees. Says Mike. It doesn't stay that warm here in the night, thankfully. Definitely like it cold when I'm trying to sleep. Let me save some time here. Also a Seahawks fan for Ivan. Let's see. But let's not step off on the wrong foot, man. Okay, so let's see. Our franchise is cooked. We lost everybody, dude. They're all gone. We acquired some extra draft picks. What did it cost? Everybody. Jitney was able to get past the line. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happens, says Tip is. Let's see. You watched so and so play. He's on the Chiefs. How do I pronounce that? Remigo? Remid Man, I'm botching this. Remigio. Remigio. I don't know. Sorry, man. I'm botching the name, Kenny. I'm sure you went through Fresno State, but I'm rough on it. So let's see. Never going to be good news with that team. Dude, don't kick us while we're down. Team had 3 straight winning seasons. Rim E Hiho. Off topic, but the Patriots are going to Super Bowl next year. Bud, please. Give us all the same hopium that you have. Let's see. Chillin', woke up, saw that we were live. Yeah, always great to see you. What's new in the life of Coldy Beads? Get a decent little run there from Jitney to start this drive. Yeah, Stafford and Devontae's an interesting combo. You would say it's going to be ahead of the curve. Yeah, there is the whole thing about better to trade somebody too early than too late. I know that used to be the Patriot Ray, right, with Belichick. So, yeah, time will tell. Why is my play art not showing up? I think I've got the stick drift happening again. It's okay. We got a new controller for MLB. I've just been waiting to debut it, but it's here. We'll break it out this week. Where some of the tackiness off of the analog sticks. Actually, I'll probably have extensions on for MLB. Hey, what's up, Bama? How are you doing? Does Devonte add much more than Cup though? I don't know that he does, to be honest with you. Right, here goes Ross. That Ross card is fun. Had a clutch touchdown to walk us off earlier tonight. Like a 50-yard throw, and he got a really cool toe tap animation to win it. Should Seattle sign a wide receiver? They're gonna have to sign one or draft one, or get somebody out of the Canadian League because yeah, we need enough bodies to be out there in Seattle. Thankfully, I got the throwaway and it didn't get intercepted. Yeah, I think they're probably going to need to do both, probably draft and try to pick up a veteran or two. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Super Mar 10 birthdays unite. Hey, happy birthday to all the birthday friends hanging out with us in the purple chat. Bama and Tippist, birthday twins. What's going on, Frosty? How are you? Don't think there's that many teams trying to draft one. I mean, with what wide receivers cost, you would think people would be trying to draft quarterbacks and not pay them. Excuse me, quarterback wide receivers and not pay them too much. I think we better get out of bounds or get out of bounds and kick our field goal. Excited to announce you're the new Seahawks #1 wide receiver. Let's go, Lando. We're in good hands now. Don't break all of Largent's records the first season. Steve was my guy. Let him stand for a while. Will says Seahawks are going to get Sam Darnold and Chris Goodwin. He's calling it now. Mike does not like hearing this Chris Goodwin stuff. All right, birthday shout outs. Tippist, Bama. Thank you guys for hanging out on your birthday for a bit. Stop talking about Chris Goodwin in all caps. We're triggering Mike. Everybody in TikTok chat say Chris Goodwin to the Seahawks. Not just playing. I don't think we're probably a contender for Chris, unless he's from Washington or something where might want to go up that way. Let's see. Bear Down says runs. Yeah, Bears. I thought they had a pretty good roster last year. Started out okay, and then things started going sideways. Probably Patriots or Bucks as Mike plays games regarding Chris Goodwin. Drake May trying to show off the big arm. He did, but it's into the hands of Charles Woodson and trying to get the big return here. Was looking for the lateral. I don't think anybody was behind Woodson to lateral it too. Bummer. All right. Godwin. I'm sorry, bud. I'm adding an O where it doesn't belong. Yeah, Godwin. Yeah, it's clear as day. I think I knew that too. I don't know why I started saying it the other way. Let's see. One less. Hey, Jubilee, calm down. Mike had already corrected me. Mike's been with me a lot longer. Got a couple of spelling legends in the chat. Who's the sponsor of the Spelling Bee? The one that is there every year? I forgot now. Obviously, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the spelling bees. Those kids crack me up, man. They know all the words, ask for the definition, and all that stuff. Ben Johnson's going to save the franchise. Our franchise is unsavable, says Lando. You are trying to be rude. That's part of your shtick. The Scripps National Spelling Bee. Yeah, we got a couple of Scripps spelling champions in here. Mike says, I've been pronouncing it that way for years, but he hasn't cared. Yeah, Mike's rolled with me for like 5 years. Now he finally let me know. Anyways, I don't want him in Seattle because I want to mispronounce his name. So you guys can keep him in Tampa. Down one, trying to keep the playoff hopes alive here. But yeah, the Scripps National Spelling Bee. I don't think I would get through too many rounds. How's our timer looking? All right, TikTok chat, we got at least 27 minutes left. We love you all to follow, share, like. subscriber gift if you can. A couple new subscribers tonight. Definitely appreciate it. And you guys have extended the stream significantly. Best slot in the league. Just happened to get hurt. Yeah, Mike's a big fan. I usually stay up to date with the Buccaneers through Mike Plays games. I don't often watch a lot of their games unless they have one of the national like nighttime games or something. Usually they're on in the morning and I stream late and all that. Ooh, I thought he had a nice little game, but I mean, as long as we don't call him John Rocker, I'm okay with it. So Drake May. What do you guys think about Drake May's rookie season? And what do you think about Drake moving forward next year? Good read out to AJ Green. That green card's been good. Thanks for the idea. No, it's all good. Let's see. Average. Do I play people in my life? No, not really. And this is probably the last Madden stream for some time. At least I would imagine it will be. I'm doing a lot of manipulating of the analog sticks. I feel like they're out of whack right now. Was able to hit him on that route, but he still gets open against Kraus. So yeah, it's a good thing we have a controller on hand. I bought it on sale during like Black Friday time, so I've just been waiting. Oh yeah, my PCI placement's going to be rough. So see, Mike says he played a game on All Star on 24, struggling to hit pitches right down the middle. PCI placement's awful. Sometimes the pitch right down the middle is the hardest one. Not to move the analog stick and the PCI around. What's everyone's favorite PCI? I know a lot of people have gone to the bat PCI recently. Yes, Tyler, we'll be playing 25. We had to time you out, and then you went right back to it first thing here tonight. So, um, I enjoy you being in chat though. Hopefully, we never have to make it a permanent timeout. Oh, good read. So AJ Green's cooking me in this game. Mike says you go with like 3 of the dashes as your inner, and then your outer is the wedges. Anthony, it's not happening. Didn't you ask that earlier, Anthony? Or was it a different Anthony? I know there was an Anthony tonight that asked me about Russell Wilson back to Seattle. Russ isn't going to come back, most likely, guys. He tried to get the general manager fired. I just don't see it happening. All right, so he lined up, tried to go for 2. He wanted to make it a 9-point advantage. We'll get the big stop there. Greg, thank you, buddy, for the heart me. It's going good. Yeah. How was your weekend, Greg? Are you tuning in from work? Oh, you asked about Fields. Yeah, there was a different guy that asked about Wilson, but yeah, Wilson's probably a scenario if every other scenario has been exhausted. Yeah, you know what? I saw somebody say Russell Wilson to the Dolphins to be Tua's backup because they likely will need to have him play some games with Tua's injury history. And I think that makes some sense too. I don't think Russ is going to want to be a backup anywhere. Maybe he'll take the Giants job. We still got a little bit of a musical chairs going, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Look at Ross go get it. And look at him break the tackles. What a touchdown from Ross. And we're back in the game. Don't like the trade, but I mean, it is what it is. He's gone now. He was one of my favorite players to watch, but kind of felt like it was coming as far as DK Metcalf. As a veteran, first on my list would be Aaron Rodgers, and I can't stand Aaron as a person. I think he's just super full of himself and super misinformed about most things. But yeah, I let him cook for a year, and if he gets blasted behind a terrible offensive line, well, we get to laugh at Aaron, and no matter what, we would get him on the Seahawks theme teams for those of us that play Madden. Dolphins are in such a bad spot cap wise. You feel for their fans as Lando. Let's see. He'll be back. Got to get ready for some sleep. Tomorrow, I probably will miss the stream for anybody looking tomorrow for us. The following night, we should be back. You never know. Like I might fire it up really early or really late, but probably will take Monday nights off for a few more weeks. Who do I think will win Super Bowl 60? Kansas City's probably my first choice if I had to pick right now, but yeah, who knows? Eagles have a good chance to defend too. Hey, thanks very much for the share. We'd love to get the Zusi community in here watching the stream. Kyle Thrask is a free agent. So Mike thinks Tampa will probably take a late round quarterback to clipboard hold for Baker Mayfield. Do you think anybody's going to give Jameis Winston a shot to be a starter, or at least like compete against a rookie for the job type of deal? Because who's out there? Rogers, we expect Cousins, but he's not out there yet. Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Justin Fields. I'm probably missing a few. As far as guys that might be starting, Mariota. I know Mike's kind of big on Mariota. I saw him ranked in the 20s though, as far as free agent quarterbacks. There was some quarterback list I sent over to Jason the other night. Mike wants Jameis to be a Steeler, personally speaking. Oh yeah, Jameis could sling it to DK and Pickens for sure. Name a running back. Henry, name the follow button, and then I'll name a running back. I'm going to give you a running back that's such a great running back. You'll come back in here for your next edit too. But yeah, you got to be part of the community if you want a name for an edit. He was down in Florida stealing them shrimps. JP, thanks for the likes, buddy. Yeah, I don't know why his receivers are so open. I don't know if something's going on with the sticks. Like it's easy to blame it on the controller, but the controller is not letting me see the play art often here pre-snap. So I think this controller's just about had it. All right, Henry's already fallen. Henry, Donnell Williams, awesome Seahawk from the 80s. Really good fullback that was one of the franchise leaders in receptions. You'll get all the old heads following you on a John L. Williams edit. Please tag me if you make it. Jacko says Reggie Bush. Come on, Jacko. Let me have this one, Jacko. Jacko, are you picking up MLB The Show? When will you be streaming MLB The Show, Jacko? Favorite Seahawk of all time is Steve Largent. Your sister went to high school with him. He was probably running everybody over in high school, right? Imagine he had to be the best athlete in the whole conference back in those days. All right, I'm out of timeouts. This guy's in field goal range. Probably would have been better off letting him score. Let's see. You like Jameis. The way he handled himself in Tampa was awful. Had an eye issue. Didn't get it fixed until he found out in New Orleans. I do remember the eye issue thing slightly about Jameis Winston. How do I feel about it? Not good. I mean, I liked watching DK Metcalf a lot. Who are my favorite non-Seahawks of all time? Uh, Let me think about it. I'll try to give you a quarterback and a skill position and a defender. But let me think. Cordell Stewart was one of my favorites in my teens. That guy was super fun to watch. So I'd say slash Stewart. And I'm trying to think of a skill position. Jerry Rice was a Seahawk, but I think Jerry Rice was awesome. Despite being a Seahawk, people don't really remember him being on the Seahawks. There goes our game. Was trying to hit Jettas over the top. Good game to that guy. He knocked us out in the first round. So not Rice, right? Because he said non-Seahawk guys. Uh, Morton Anderson, the kicker from the Falcons. I enjoyed him. Randall Cunningham will be up there, although I'm giving you a lot of quarterbacks. Reggie White was one of my favorite defenders. Do I think the Steelers are contenders with that move? Steelers got to sort out their quarterback situation. No, not yet. They might be. We'll see. User, I don't know. All I see is a question mark. Let's see. They took calculus together. He came to your house to study in your kitchen when you were like 6. Hey, I do like Baker Mayfield. Let's see. Recently moved to Denver. You bought the new MLB. Don't think you can stream though. Only have the Wi-Fi connection. Is Gino still a good option at quarterback? You want your Raiders to draft one, but he could be a good bridge. Yeah, I think Gino's going to get a 2 or 3 year deal, and you can develop somebody from the later rounds. And if you land a good quarterback, great. If not, you didn't spend your first rounder on a quarterback. I wonder if the Raiders will see what they have with Adrian O'Connell being a backup too, because I mean he got thrown in there as a late round pick pretty early. Young Mace, thanks very much for the goat gift. Do I think Jackson Dart would be a good pick? No, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I haven't watched Jackson Dart play, honestly. Jacko's a cool streamer. It doesn't sound like he's going to get to stream a whole lot with his Wi-Fi connection, but he's really good at FIFA and MLB. So Reggie was the running back. Alex Smith was the quarterback of the high school. Wow. Yeah, I remember Alex Smith coming out of college and all the debate between Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers. And Rodgers had been so good, and he was from Cal. The Niners had the first overall selection, and I thought the Niners were going to go with Smith because that was the consensus thought at the time. But I thought they should have taken Rodgers. Imagine that team in high school. Yeah, that's crazy. Did they lose any games when those guys were good or old enough to start? I feel like they would have just went undefeated through everything, unless maybe some of the rest of the team struggled. Yeah, my analog sticks are cooked. Next stream we're gonna play with the other controller. Don't know if it probably needs to charge up. It's been in the box for a while, but yeah, it like lurched forward to play, or like the setup plays right when I was selecting there. So that probably hurt a little bit in the last game. Just started acting up tonight too. It's been okay. Sometimes I feel like some dust gets settled in on these little things around the sticks. You're so young. You don't know. You know they one state. Oh, that was a dangerous throw. Sister is 13 years older than you. Yeah, my siblings are significantly older than me too. So I know how that is when you have a almost a gap in the generations between yourself, your older siblings, if you have older siblings, or just the one, and then maybe like your parents are another generation out ahead of you. At least that's how it was for me. My dad was like 44 when I was born, and my mom was 30, but my dad had remarried. So all my other siblings were the one closest to me is like 17 years older. And I think the one that's the oldest is 24 years older than I am. So yeah, it was almost like they were like the generation like a lot of my friends' parents were in. So it was cool because it kind of like they bridged the gap having that sibling there, the ones that I was close to. So see, we got our first piece of silverware at least. Just won the League Cup in the Swiss, but finished second. What is the Swiss league even called, Mike? Hey, what's up, Jake? How are you doing, man? How's everything out in Scotland going these days? Jake, I'm assuming you're ready for the show. Tuesday night, I'm probably going to start with the show and probably work in a little golf. And I think we'll do that until 25 releases. All right, we can see he's got the mid blitz coming. Oh, I could have went right after the catch, but I just wouldn't on the possession catch. Wanted to be sure to move the sticks. A reminder: if you're on the For Your page, please come on through. We love you guys to follow, share, and like. If you're in TikTok, that will add time to our time bank. Don't let the timer expire. It's called the CSSL, aka the Swiss Super League. You're set for another year for Jake. So you living on your own for the first time. You're thinking you need to buy your own internet plan for your room so you can stream. You're used to just living with the parents. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of advantages to being at home, but I know there's the desire for independence and everything too as people as people age and they want more space and job opportunities and romance opportunities and everything that comes along with life. But yeah, you might want to get yourself your own exclusive deal. Having the roommates but sharing the internet is bad. Have to use the Wi-Fi. No chance to run a cable like a long like 50-foot Ethernet cable to the room for streaming. Hey, Mello, thank you very much for sending us a heart me there on TikTok chat. The heart me puts you on the team, and if you're not a follower, makes you a follower instantaneously. SHK, thank you very much for the share. Mello, thank you for 19 roses. You have roommates? Okay, no, I read that one. I thought you typed a new message in. I think it was just Lumia stream spamming. Jitney's so fast, especially getting the Ross boost. Tough to catch him. Wooski, hey, thanks for the likes, buddy. Wouldn't run it through the living room and the hallway. Would feel bad. That'd be worth asking though. Yeah, I used to have some long cables going from this room is where the internet was through my hallway, and then I would have them running behind my television set when I used to stream off the couch. So when I wasn't streaming, I just wrap everything up and have it out of the way. Not that it's easy to do all that, but might be worth it before paying for an additional plan, because sometimes you have that sunk cost of like, and now I'm paying 80 a month for internet and I have to stream to make my money back. And then that's not as enjoyable with streaming when you feel like you have to do it versus you want to do it. Let's see, investing in your own Wi-Fi when living with roommates is a game changer, says Lando. Probably could have ran that one in. I was on possession catch again. The Spiller card isn't so much of a powerhouse. He's just really fast getting through the lines. But yeah, if he gets caught behind, he's getting dropped. Oh, the throw was wide open. We just missed it. I think the pass pressure got too close to Moon. Now at least we can see pre-snap what he's up to. Mike has 16 million euros and zero clue what to spend it on. It's a good problem to have, Mike. Right, Hester got it, but didn't get in. Thinking quarterback sneak might be the move. We'll see what it looks like. If not, we can always take a timeout. How good do I think JSN will be next year? I actually think his numbers may regress because teams have to focus on him and they don't have to worry about DK Metcalf now. They have to get another playmaker opposite of him, in my estimation, to emulate how well he went last year. Well, thought we could line up and go right against his user, but his line kind of like they came in on 45-degree angle and just drove me back. Dang it. Controller's definitely got a mind of its own now. Okay, so we'll drop Byers, and we somehow we moved him back a yard, but we didn't get the safety. Don't have a player older than 23 for Mike. Mike, how is EA's version of that mode? I'm assuming it's like a franchise mode that you're in. Pretty well fleshed out, or not so much? Hey, it's a safety. We'll take it. Yes, I used to be a My Team streamer originally, Lando. I started back in 2K17 in the My Team community. If you played the game way back then, you may remember the timed auction houses. I would do the sniping streams back then, where we would wait for the auction house to refresh, try to snipe out the listed cards that were mistakes, and then flip them for all the MT. And then in between the sniping sessions, I would play a game of Blacktop when it was called Blacktop. Now I think it's TTO. But yeah, the basketball community is fun to interact with, but it can also just be so redundant. I feel like every single night it's Jordan versus LeBron, which I mean it's a fun debate, but it gets redundant, and then guys get way too bent out of shape over it. Yeah, the game was so much fun back then. See, Mike, only 24 from what you've seen from 25. You think it's the most fleshed out? Oh, nice. On 24. I was reading it as your age. I was like, Mike's not 24. It's not a bad idea. Just run the Ethernet while you're streaming only. Yeah, because those cables, like I bought a couple of them. I think I got them off Amazon, Jacko. They're not super expensive for like a 50-foot cable. It might be under $10 or something if you shop around for it. I don't know with inflation prices these days, but yeah, it might be okay just to scratch the itch for now and then go from there. All right, we got the hot route out to Everett. We're trying to outrace Lynch. Lynch is closing us down, but we move the chains. Weird score line, 2-0. Feel like we're playing MLB The Show already. Mariners versus Phillies. Can never go back to 2K. Definitely play it, but never could go back for Bling Bling. 2K is only fun for you now when you do rebuilds and stuff. Your team is or my team is unplayable. Yeah, I tried to play my team this year. It didn't seem like it was fun. Price is okay. Just don't want to burden the roommates. And there's no way like the modem can be moved closer to your room or something, right? I'm sure you've already thought through that. But ours like it runs through the front of the house over here, so this is just where the modem needs to be. Or else we'd have like coaxial cables going everywhere. Yeah, Aiden for sure. It's been my most successful game through the years, Aiden. I'm not particularly thrilled for what I'm seeing for 25, but yeah, I'm gonna play it anyways. Try to lob it out to Hester, and he just couldn't close it out. Just the way the apartment's built. Let's see. Going into year 3, SSSL, hoping to finally knock off the young boys for first. Feel like you're setting me up for a Kendrick joke, Mike. Hey, Scar, thanks for following. We need everybody to follow before the timer goes away. We're in the 8-minute offense, guys, on TikTok. Please follow, share, like, all the stuff that it's telling you on the scrolling tags. What changes did they make? Not many. They have ambush hitting is a new hitting gimmick. They have swim, quick time animations on the bases. When you're trying to steal, you can avoid the slides. Some new veterans, excuse me. Some new legends are in the game, but the game and the gameplay looks almost exactly the same as it has since MLB 19 when I first got on it. Cash Marino, thank you as well for jumping in. How do I feel about Lawrence Butler? Lawrence Butler was awesome last year. I'm thrilled that they locked him up long term. Hopefully he lives up to the money he's going to get paid. Would be a funny joke, but Young Boy's most successful club in Switzerland. Yeah, we'll take down Allen. He had that underneath route to the running back, the Texas route, but he didn't throw it there. But yeah, Butler and Rooker are both on pretty affordable deals for the A's. It's crazy how suddenly the A's have some money to spend. Hey, CT ESPN, what's up, man? Thanks for following. Oh, I thought I intercepted it, but falls to the turf. Usually the Swiss rep the Champions League, or they're the team that represents them. I think I looked at the chat wrong, but now I got you. I am an A's fan. Yeah, go back to the Bash Brother days. Much better times for A's fans back then. You wish the Bills traded for Metcalf. He would have been fun with Allen for sure. Scar, thank you for the likes. Heard Donnie was a fan back in the Kansas City days. Yeah, they did have a stint in Kansas City. But I have no idea what Seattle's plan is. I don't know if Seattle knows what Seattle's plan is right now. That's a huge concern. Hopefully Schneider's got this all game planned and he knows who he wants to bring in at quarterback and he knows who he wants to draft and all this. But I don't know what we're doing. I don't think Manning's coming out this year, to be honest, but we'll see. Warriors are fun to watch, Lando. Warriors have been cooking since we traded for Jimmy Butler. I like the Sharks, but I don't follow hockey particularly closely. Could afford your own internet plan. Just know how to go about it. Never had your own plan. You're young, always using your mom's plan. So there's a lot of good introductory rates, Jacko. Usually when you get started with like a Comcast, I don't know what's available in your area, but what I did recently was had the plan in my name, canceled it, signed back up with Comcast to get the introductory rate under my wife's name. So sometimes like that first year can be fairly affordable depending how much internet you're looking for. You're actually playing my team right now. No way, Eugene. RIP Seahawks stream. Yeah, no, we'll still be talking Seahawks, but it's about time to shift gears to baseball anyways. But yeah, most of our guys are gone, right, Jason? Let's see. Buddy thinks we're taking for Manning. I don't know. I mean, if Seattle just goes out and tanks, I think John Schneider gets fired. So I can't imagine Schneider really wants to be terrible, but I think he's going to try to sell us on, oh yeah, it's a rebuild. We had to do it. We had bad contracts, blah blah blah. We couldn't afford to pay, X, Y, and Z. Look at Spiller taken out of there like a rocket out of a cannon. So what I would do, I mean, if you're going to do it on your own, is probably check all the ISPs that are available in your area. AT&T, Spectrum. Uh, I always say Comcast. It's actually Xfinity now. They rebranded because their service had been so terrible through the years. But check them, see who's got the best like introductory plan, and maybe go from there. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's the Rams division. I hope not. I'm a Seattle fan. I would like to pretend we're gonna try to contend this coming year, but I don't know what the roster is gonna shape up and look like. Niners, if they're healthy, probably still have a shot at it. And Cardinals weren't terrible all of last year. I think the Seahawks need to sign a veteran wide receiver. Oh, but they need more than a veteran. They need veterans or a veteran and a rookie or something. There's a pretty big hole in the receiving room right now. Bling bling. Thank you for 10,000 likes. Holy cow. See, we'll do. Need a special sort of plug in your room for it to work. No, you're okay. So yeah, if you get your own internet plan, they're going to come out and do an install. Just like if you were to get your own television plan or whatever. I guess people don't really do television so much now because most entertainment is streamed, right? But yeah, they're going to come out. Somebody's going to do the installation. If you're in an apartment with roommates, they probably already have the signal out to their nodes that are in the area. So they'll probably just run a cable like to your room type of thing. Oh, we got a shiny Pokemon, shiny ball toy. And yeah, you'll have like the modem and everything right there in your room. Would be my expectation. I don't know how it works with fiber because we haven't had fiber available in my area yet. It's in my hometown, but not in my area. I may switch to fiber eventually. Cardinals aren't that far away, says Lando. Yeah, I can see the Cardinals having like a sneaky, quiet, good off season and pushing the Rams. I could see Stafford falling off. He's getting up there. Hey Anthony, thank you for becoming our latest follower. Is anybody in chat a fan of Stafford's wife? I'm drawing a blank. Kelly Stafford, right? Do we have any Kelly Stafford fans in chat right now? Hey, what's up, bud? I don't know what your name is. I see you saying hi. Let me click on because your display name's hidden. Oh, it's Snow. Snow looks like he's got the Raven profile. Uh, so I don't know where you're at. So it's hard to say like, yeah, sign up with Xfinity or something if you don't have them available. But yeah, I have Xfinity. The speeds are pretty good. Over the years, I've had them to my house numerous times, though, Jacko, to adjust the signal levels because nothing worse than unstable internet when you're trying to stream. Yeah, I don't know if they're out there in Colorado. I would assume they are. I think they're mostly on the East Coast, and then I think like Spectrum and all that's more the East. Excuse me, Spectrum's more on the East Coast. I think Xfinity's got more of the West Coast locked up. If you could get like Google Fiber or something, would be really good. But you're a Rams fan for Jacko. Used to be in love with Kelly, but her comments made you fall out of love. Yeah, she's pretty wild for some of the stuff she says. Dated Stafford's backup to make him jealous. I thought we had Jettas, but I may have hung that in the air too long. May have waited too long to throw it. Opinion on the DK trade. We've been talking about it all day, Crafty Chick. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Personally, I'm sad to see him go. Was my favorite guy on the current squad, but he got a lot of money. I'm happy for him that he got paid. He had a horrific neck injury when he was in college. I think he went to Old Miss. So yeah, good for DK to get generational wealth now. But yeah, it won't be the same. I think Jackson Smith is the guy that's going to hurt the most, not having Metcalf opposite of him. Because, if you're an opposing defensive coordinator, you want to shut down JSN and make somebody else beat you as the roster stands right now. But of course, this isn't a finished product. Yeah, he may have got overpaid, but if he got the opportunity to get overpaid, you should do it, right? If you're an athlete or an entertainer or whatever. Hated that comment about the backup. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. I mean, it's one thing if she did it and it worked and she got her meal ticket, husband, but yeah, to put it out there for clicks and views just for her cruddy podcast is crazy. Or if she was a guest on a podcast, wherever that came from, Los Angeles or Colorado State Rams. Uh, Colorado State would be my choice. I like the Rams have beat us in the playoffs too many times since we've been in the West. I remember the game that Hasselbeck looked like he could have ran it in, but he tried to flip it to Bobby Ingram. It was early 2000s, before the Super Bowl season for us, the first one, and it went off of Ingram's hands. And of course, the 12-win year, the COVID year, was when Goff came off the bench because he had the finger injury. Russ had a bad game that game. Hey, what's up, Brian? We don't mind Niner fans as long as you guys are not trolls. For the most part, Ravens are going to have a lock in because the Steelers are getting DK. So yeah, COD Pro, how are you? Like Jay Z said, rather be overpaid than overrated. Do you think he even spoke to Rogers on the sidelines a few times? Cousin is a CSU alum. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so he's trying to run out the clock. Let's start using our timeouts now. Was hoping to save some time for the offense. Of course, we need to get the stop down here. How do I feel about the Niners? I think the Niners are in a precarious situation right now. We'll see what happens with their off season. So he's got 4th and inches. Does he just try to win it here with a sneak, or will he kick the field goal? He's up 3 and make it a 6 point advantage. I'm guessing he's going to go for this. Let's see what personnel he puts out. Oh, Seahawks after all the trading. Yeah, I don't love it, but let's see what they do. There's a lot of cap space and a lot of draft capital. John Schneider needs to hit his best offseason in years, or else I think John should be getting the pink slip. And I like John. I mean, I appreciate all he's done for the franchise. Cool guy. He's been outspoken about his son. I know his son has autism, and he's got like the charitable events going on up there in Seattle. With his son's name tied to him, and it's not easy necessarily to put all that into the public, and you deal with people that are trolls and stuff. So yeah, I admire John Schneider a lot for all he's done. Came in, unique situation. He answered to Pete Carroll. Pete was the head coach. Schneider had to clear the roster moves through Pete. I don't think Pete really told him no very often, but now he gets to be the guy, and now he has to be the guy because now we got whatever it is, 10 draft picks, 11 draft picks, and we're gonna have to hit on the picks and hit on the free agent capital, or else the season's going to be bad, and I think he's probably getting thrown out. Yeah, I don't really want Darnold personally. OG, I wouldn't mind him on a cheap deal, but I don't think he's going to be looking to line up for a huge discount to be a member of the Seahawks either. Sounds like Seattle's interested in him and Aaron Rodgers from what I've read thus far. I should let him score. I'm gonna see if I can just get lucky, throw it in, and get an onside recovery. We have any time left on our time bank? All right, timer's gone. TikTok, this probably should be the last one, so we can do it again tomorrow. Then again, it only feels like it's 1:19 because of the silly daylight saving stuff. So I don't know. Should we play one more? He's breaking out the trick play on me. So now we're down 11, but we're thinking 2 touchdowns anyways. So Jason had a good point yesterday. If we get Rodgers, either he plays well for us and we surprise contend, or he gets destroyed behind a bad offensive line, we get to laugh at him. I'm okay with either scenario. Plus, Rodgers would be great for Seahawk theme teamers and Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, here goes Spiller. So this is the first part of what we needed. There's touchdown 1. Now we gotta get the onside recovery, and if we don't get it, it's his game. Also, he runs a play and throws an interception somehow. But yeah, I got Spiller today. I got the Ross card. That Ross card is pretty cool. I got a great walk-off catch with him earlier tonight. Plus, he gives the boost to all the combine guys. We'll go for 2, just in the weird scenario of needing a field goal to send this to overtime if we could get our hands back on the ball with 38 seconds. Is it John Ross or Josh Ross? The speedster from the Bengals. What's up, King Vic? How you been, buddy? King Vic. I mean, I made Moshi his badges and his emotes. I don't think he even bothered to come in and follow, but he may not realize like the etiquette of it. He said if I need anything, just to let him know. Vic, dude, I was so excited that you subscribed. I forgot to go for the onside. I'm playing for the hit stick instead, guys. This was strategic. Boom. Oh, there we go. Holy cow. There, yeah. Speak it into existence, right, Vic? But Vic, he's headed to work. Vic, we're gonna try to win this game for you before you get out of here. But how's your squad going these days, dude? Vic has got like the team you don't want to run into when you're matching up against mud opponents. Yeah, DK to the Steelers. What a bummer for Seahawks fans. We're not done yet. Seahawks are top five in cap space, have a bunch of new picks, arguably the best defense out there. I don't think we got the best defense yet, but we could be the best defense this coming year. Oh, I thought Jettis had it in his hands for a second. We have our first rounder. Yeah, it's 18th overall. Mike says if he's going to rate his least favorite college team to go Notre Dame, UCLA, and Washington Huskies. Ross happens to be one of those guys. Ah, and he's got it with Yulacker. Dang it. Jettas was he was in yellow deal. Not that I was going to put it on him if he was in green, but I was thinking like I shouldn't throw it. I didn't want to take a sack. Man, bummer. I was hoping to steal that one. Let's see. He might run a play. I don't think he's kneeling down. So if he tries to do something crazy, we'll see. I mean, Seattle was listen, after we traded for Ernest Jones, the former Ram, we were one of the top ranked defenses like the second half of the season because Jones came in and really stabilized things as our green dot guy. And we got Requel and we've got Devon Witherspoon, drafted Byron Murphy from Texas. Like that defense is on the way up. And then McDonald's definitely a defensive mind. But I think our offense is definitely bottom third. So I don't think the math is there. They have to get the offense to being at least average, I think, if we're gonna even contend for the West. Yeah, I mean, I do think A-Rod's somebody you don't probably want to deal with, but I would deal with him for a year because you can get away from him easily if you decide you want to go with the youth movement. Hey, what's up, Diego? Try to get another hit stick. Probably use the one that we had. Uh, let's see. Hoops guy. Yeah, get wrecked. We don't need you in our stream. But yeah, everything's going well for us. Set up the T-ball net, and we are preparing for T-ball season and for coach pitch. My son's old enough for coach pitch, so that was like kind of the highlight of the day was getting the kids out there and getting them to get their stances and their swings and stuff working on. 3-year-old was being a little bugger, and she didn't actually practice too much. Nice catch from Smith, but yeah, I had my chance to steal it and just didn't finish it. Let's see, Humby, I didn't say that, but I have multiple siblings. When you have a lot of family, like sometimes you're closer to some folks than others. But yeah, weird question out of nowhere there, Humby. So Humby, I think what we're gonna do is let you change your energy or hit the road. But 5 minute timeout for Humby. Vic, buddy, thank you for the big resub. Let me get you on the subscriber wall. Let's see if there's an Oregon football team. Rogers would play there for another 20 years with all the legal substances there, says Mike. Vic, will you be playing MLB The Show, or do you not care about MLB when it comes out? Probably last Madden stream I'm gonna do for a while. I'll probably knock the dust off with like the golden tickets and the draft cards, but I suspect a lot of MLB and PGA are coming your guys' way. West isn't the Niners. As long as the Niners don't win, I'm okay. Hey, what's up, Bella? How you been? What's new up north? Let's play our next game and then we'll go get some sleep. I don't play much 2K anymore. I used to a lot, Anthony. Never played it. Oh, yeah, if you like baseball, you should check it out. It's got a very nice ultimate team style mode that they call Diamond Dynasty. As far as nice, I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But it's nice in the fact that it's usually fairly player friendly, where you don't have to like spend a lot if you want to have most of the cards. You can acquire them somewhat easily. Snowing today, otherwise all is great. How about me? Yeah, I'm too good. What's new with the streams and what's new with you, Bella? I wrote down the subscriber's name. You subscribe, you go to the subscriber wall. Bling bling. Lando's there. He's also got the unicorn next to his name. But yeah, if you guys subscribe on Purple Chat or uh, TikTok Chat, your name goes on the wall. If you get a membership in the red chat, your name goes on the wall. And I usually will like post them onto Instagram and Twitter if anybody wants to look for their name with my sloppy handwriting. But this was the day this controller is finally met its snatch. But we got the blue controller. What controller color you guys got? I wish more of the aftermarket controllers worked with PlayStation. I have a couple games for controllers that they sent me. Same old, been grinding Call of Duty ranked. Yeah, I mean, kind of the same. I've stuck with this game. It's done fairly well for me, but baseball's usually my best game. So baseball's almost on its next release, which is coming in about a week. Hey, Vic, I appreciate you. Great to see you. Sorry we didn't get to chat longer, but yeah, with the spring forward, I imagine you want to get as much sleep as possible and then get on into work. So hope you have a great day, and hopefully your packs are juiced, man. Next time you go for a rip, you get a limited pop up. I haven't hit an LTE all year. I committed defensive pass interference. What's up, Tommy? Haven't seen you for a while. Let's see. What do I think the Seahawks will sign for a wide receiver? Cooper Kupp is a guess. I think the Rams are trying to trade Kupp, right? If they can't get a trade, then he'll get waived. Then maybe he comes to Seattle. There's no way the Rams are going to try to help the Seahawks and trade him in division, unless Seattle's like super overpays draft capital wise. Mike got concerned one of his best players got bought out by another team. Turns out it was just a rumor. Front page, I applied for it this past week. So hopefully next month we'll be on there. But it's never a guarantee. You apply for it in this little like form that you can submit through their Discord server. And they email you if you're selected. So hopefully we'll get front page again. Last time I had it, it kind of carried for a couple days. Although the ad revenue is terrible around here right now, I think they lost a lot of the ad revenue, allowing some of the big streamers to get very political here on this platform. And yeah, I don't know. I know Dan Clancy's kind of spoken out that they lost a lot of their advertisement dollars. So we'll see if they can kind of get that back. Because usually, if you're on the front page, you run your ads, you milk it as much as you can. At least I do, and it's a nice little windfall as a streamer. Last time I did it, it was like a fraction. It was like 10% of what it had been the previous time. So I don't know that I'm gonna slam myself for trying to be live for like 48 hours with words on stream and all that again. But we'll see. But there's always a chance of getting in front of new eyeballs and growing your community, and that's usually the best thing. Let's see. Been busy. Am I getting MLB? I'll get it. Yeah, Tommy. I will be picking up the game. Let's see. How do I feel about the trade? As a Steeler fan, you like it. You should. DK is a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully he stays healthy and works out for you guys. I don't love it. He was my favorite guy to root for on Sundays, and now he's gone. But it seems like it's either a rebuild or a retool or a reboot, and I'm not really sure what it is, but it's going to be a fresh look in Seattle, and sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you say it's too much money. You guys just paid buku bucks, top $5 for top five wide receiver dollars for a guy that's not a top five receiver. So the Steelers stepped up their game to land another really good weapon, but I think DK is more in the realm of being like a top 15 type guy. Bella, what type of hat would you like? Let's see. Jake Bobo season. Yes. Jake Bobo to the promised land. I think Dart with the 18th pick would be a huge mistake. I don't think he's deserving of that high of a selection. That's just off the top of my head, though, Luca, because I don't follow collegiately enough. Options, I've got a cowboy hat. I've got a A's helmet, like a batting helmet that ice cream came in, or nachos came in at a baseball game. Let me show you. And then I got a ton of hats on the wall. I got like an Alaska hat. I have a heart awareness hat. I've got golf hats. I think I have a hat from a seed distributor, like an agricultural deal. Definitely have hats from my favorite sports teams. Also, I got the handy branded hat, the Danielle Freak hat. But yeah, there's a lot of options. So if you type exclamation point teams, that'll show you the teams. You got the cowboy hat. This one's probably too small for my head, but this one, I think Nachos came in it when we went to the game this year. So whatever sounds interesting to you, Bella. So let's see. I don't think I have a Sharks hat though. To be fair, I had one when I was growing up, but I should get a new Sharks hat. His combine was great. His flats on deeps were the only mistake. Do I have anything signed? What do you mean, buddy? Golf hat. Okay, you got it. All right. Belmont Country Club incoming. This one is one of those fitted hats. I think it's a little small for my head, so I'm gonna kind of wear it in like a weird fashion. So, we are ready for the snow to fall. Snowing up where Bella lives. Do I think the Seahawks will do about their wide receiver core? Well, they better do something, bud. They're not quite ready right now, but I don't know what they're going to do, Luca. I mean, I can tell you guys what I'd like them to do. I would like them to sign a decent veteran, like Cooper Cup, if he becomes a free agent, would be a solid veteran to have there. And then you probably need to draft somebody as well. Hey, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Got the perfect quarterback for Seattle. Mike says, hear him out. I think Mike's going to troll us right now. Yeah, I mean, the Rams aren't going to give them to us, but if the Rams can't find a trade partner, they're going to move on to save the cap space. Oh, I think, yeah, anything's on the table. Probably you want to draft best available player in most of the rounds. Try to avoid drafting for need too much, but there's getting to be some serious needs. Block Dragon, how are you, man? Good to see you in the stream. Oh, he's running red zone up, and that was a good defense to run it against. Bella, thanks for the big prime sub. Sub hype. We're gonna get you on the subscriber wall, Bella. And of course, we have the Bella command, but let's just make it super easy for everybody to click the button and give her a follow. Do I think we get Darnold? It sounded like he was a leader in the clubhouse. Mitch Trubisky, take it or leave it. I'll leave it. We could just run, like a wishbone offense and direct snap it to Kenneth Walker. Let's see, Darnold, get interior offensive line, get decent wide receiver too, and you think we're good. I hope it's that simple. I did read the ratings. I saw a comparison between Darnold and Gino, and the Viking line was pretty bad last year for most of their season too. And he was decent against the pressure that he faced. Of course, he wasn't really good in the big game pressure scenario there, but you know what I'm getting at. So yeah, he might be a decent option for us, but I'm not particularly like excited for him. That was before the DK trade, but Pitt was in the mix. Uh, if you're him, you choose Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I think I missed something, Jason, or maybe I didn't. But yeah, uh, I would imagine if you're a quarterback, you'd like to be in Pittsburgh right now. A couple of really good receivers to get after, and a nice stable veteran head coach in Tomlin. Hope we stay away from Rodgers. I feel like Rodgers for a year is not that bad. Like try to contend. Might be the best veteran that's out there, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Oh, so Pitt's got the ties to Darnold. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to go across. My analog sticks are cooked tonight. We're just gonna roll through it though. Don't know. Pittsburgh's a rough place to live during the summer months, says Mike. Dude, yeah, it's a bummer, Jake, but it is what it is. It's been a rough week. No, you're all good, man. No, your typing's great. You should see me when I'm in somebody's chat. I type too much, like I distract the streamers, and yeah, I get plenty of typos. Could help out a rookie quarterback if we draft one. Here's my deal. All right, Daniel Freak is John Schneider. I'm in charge. I'm trying to sign Aaron Rodgers to like the cheapest incentive laden deal. Aaron, come and show everybody you're still the man deal that I can. That's step one. I'm gonna see what Sam Howell's got to compete with a day 3 rookie quarterback out of the draft. So, you know, maybe we can slip the rookie onto the practice squad if he doesn't beat Hal out for the backup spot. If it goes sideways or Rogers starts being Rogers and is just too much of too much of a headache to deal with, then go ahead and just cut him loose during the middle of the year. We start the year 1-7, then we don't need Rogers anymore. I don't particularly like Fields. I feel like Fields is just a great athlete playing quarterback. I don't think he has good pocket awareness. But that's me. Maybe Fields will come up there and be awesome for us. Went to a Pirates game on the 4th last year at PNC, great ballpark. You felt like you were going to burn all the way to the end there for Mike Plays games. Let's see. Bella says your nails are so long you mistype all the time on the laptop. Oh, laptops are tough to type on too. And here I have the mechanical keyboard, and then if I do use the laptop, it feels like my hands are in the wrong spot constantly. I almost like revert to like what they call it, hunt and peck typing. Oh, he got away with DPI. Hester almost got the one hand grab, but almost doesn't move the chains for us. Russ is not coming back to Seattle, barring some kumbaya movement between Russ and John Schneider. He tried to get John Schneider fired. So if you guys don't follow the team that closely and you didn't know, it's one thing, but realistically, yeah, Seattle doesn't want Russ back. Personally, Raider fan from Nevada. Hey, I'm a Raider fan too now. As long as Gino and Pete are there, go Raiders. Do I think Bryce Young is good? Family or big Panther fans? I don't know what to think about Bryce Young, honestly. All right, we decided to go for it on 4th and forever, and it worked out. Super smart play calling. Let's see. DK trade wasn't as bad as people are saying. He was probably never going to extend. So this week they were in negotiations with DK and with Gino, and I guess it was just too much for John Schneider to step up to. And maybe he's right. Maybe these were too large of an extension to give these guys. We're still suffering the repercussions of paying Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs too much. See, you have personal beef with Bryce Young for 2 reasons, says Mike Plays Games. Panthers, and he decommitted from USC to go to Alabama. Well, there's a good reason. Oh, no way. Dang it, left it too much inside. Thought he had the inside route against the cover 3 guy that was the initial defender on him. So yeah, I thought I threw a strike to Jettas, but I didn't. Throwing the ball way too much with Moon and Ross and all these guys that we picked up. But yeah, I thought I was good. And looking at it, it looks like 23 is getting wide open there in Devin Hester. Bella, have you tried any new popcorn flavorings of late? If so, what flavors did you try? Or you just stick to what you know you enjoy? Bella's a big popcorn enjoyer. If you guys are browsing the stream and you're on TikTok and you haven't followed, please follow. The lights will flash for you, and we'd love to have you stick around. We're usually here talking sports just about every night. You did recently, you forgot what it was. That was a good outbreaking throw. I mean, good for him, Luca. Like, I don't think he's a top 3 receiver, but you know, the market continues to go up, the cap goes up. If I was DK's parents, if I was DK's agent, I would 100% been encouraging him to go and get every penny that he could, and it looks like he really cashed it in. Those didn't follow him collegiately. He had a horrific neck injury when he played college ball, so yeah, why not get paid when you can? That is freaking awesome. I didn't know you could do that with my emotes. I've seen people do the big emote, but I thought they had to be like 4 emotes that kind of fit in together or something. I don't know, but I would think he might want to play with his brother for Joey Bosa. I guess first and foremost he's going to try to get paid, but if he can't get a significant deal, maybe he takes a little bit less to play with Nick. Goalkeeper is giving you problems. First we draw, then we lose. Let's see. Seahawks basically used his talents and got compensated the pick back that they used. Certainly would have loved to have gotten, the first rounder and third rounder they were initially asking for, but I'm guessing that's what the market would bear for DK. And we'll jump it with Charles Woodson. Let's see. Any emote, it's on the stream celebration that are only non-animated emotes. Yeah, that's really cool to make it pop out like that, especially reuniting with Pete. I think the Packers and Seahawks would have traded the first. No, I don't think the Seahawks took less to get him to the AFC. If that's what you're asking. Ross is boss. He'll get us a deep shot over the top of the defense. Let's see if we can throw it in. Hopefully, make a smart decision, and if we can't, get the field goal unit out there. I know there's some consideration, right, Luca, to try to send a guy to the other conference so he doesn't come back against you, and you're not helping somebody that's contending against you in the playoffs. But I don't think it was that deep with the Packer deal. I think the rumored Packer deal was just BS. I think it was clickbait from a Packer reporter, and then Corbin Smith bought into it, or he elevated it to Seahawk media. If this guy quits, I'll play one more. All right, we'll play one more just for the fun of it because I'm enjoying all the chat. Tomorrow night I probably will miss stream and then should be on the rest of the week. I intend to play MLB The Show 24 till 25 comes out, and also the PGA 2K game. Not like Seahawks and Steelers have the best history either. Yeah, those of us old enough to remember are still smarting about the referees in that game. Let's see. Still bugs you that Pittsburgh could have drafted Hurts but took Claypool. D- don't do too much of that to yourself, man. I wish Seattle would have took Creed Humphrey instead of D. Eskridge, but there's always misses, man. I'm a Golden State fan. Let me give you the quick, off the top of my head, crash course on Golden State. It was kind of the curse of Chris Webber. But Weber gets traded, and then we drafted Joe Smith ahead of Jerry Stackhouse and Kevin Garnett. We drafted Donald Foyle, one pick ahead of Tracy McGrady. We drafted Todd Fuller, a couple of picks ahead of Kobe Bryant. So yeah, I mean, you can always zig when you should zag. You know, when you look back at it in hindsight. I'll be on launch night, but I won't get to be on when it launches, because that's usually getting everybody to bed around this, these parts. And then usually I make sure my wife gets in the door when she gets off her shift, and that's around 11, so probably like 11:30 midnight I'll be on, so let everybody kind of burn out for the first 3 hours, and yeah, I'll come in and hit cleanup, so to speak, hopefully. Let's see, used PTO day on Friday. Oh, smart, Jake. I mean, Seattle could win the division. I'm not convinced the Rams are going to be significantly better than this past year. McVay's an awesome coach. I don't like McVay being in the division, but yeah, I'm not convinced that just walk over handed to the Rams. But Seattle winning the division, they don't have the personnel at the moment. We got to see what they do. Bears took Trubisky over Mahomes. Jackson Dart is QB1. Jaime, I don't know. Steelers trying to grab Darnold. Somebody in my chat earlier was saying that the Steelers were going to bring back Fields. Is MLB The Show? Yes, correct, Jake. Yeah, it's out at 9 Pacific time. It's a global launch, so it's midnight Eastern for the East Coast buddies. Yeah, the defense is really good in Seattle. I feel like it was on the way up after we acquired Ernest Jones. He was a huge acquisition. Was excellent as our green dot defensive guy. Yeah, free agency is going to be fun. We're going to be linked to everybody and not sign anyone. Now, hopefully, we'll get some good acquisitions. Yeah, we'll get it to Everett. What do the Bears fans have to say taking Trubisky at number 2 and not Mahomes or McCaffrey? It's not the Bears fans' fault, right? But yeah, some of that stuff is just painful when you think about it as a fan, especially if you were clamoring for X player to get drafted and they drafted Y. I think free agency officially starts on Wednesday. Watch like Geno Smith fell as physical or something and revert back to Seattle. Think Mahomes was never an option at 2, says Mike plays games. Got the Spiller card, got Ross, got Warren Moon today. A lot of teams are going to try to acquire Darnold, says Luca. I mean, I don't know my leg about the Steelers. They have a cool receiving core, but they need a quarterback, and we got to figure out who that quarterback's going to be. I don't think we know quite yet. I think it's too early to be like, oh yeah, this team's like the team to beat for next year. We haven't made it to the draft yet. All right, Warren Moon getting out there. I tried to slide about 5 yards before he got knocked into the fumble. He got one of those animations where he's trying to slide and then he got contacted and then yeah, there goes the ball. Bummer. Was enjoying Warren's run till keeping it real went wrong. Ernest definitely Mike's second coming of Roquan. He got his guy again. The Seahawks have plenty of picks. They could move up in the draft. They could, but if they're moving up in the draft, boy, they better not swing and miss. I mean, they need to not swing and miss, but particularly if they you know if they try to go up into the top 10 or something and give up a lot of the draft capital. You're pretty sure Pittsburgh is what? Is after Jitney in the first round. Yeah, a lot of people are rumored to Jitney. Well, I guess we'll see where he goes. Torturing themselves. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, Dragon. Yeah, for sure. Oh no, I think Schneider's been drafting pretty well. The philosophy seems like it's changed over time. There in Seattle with them no longer looking for all the spark guys, and now they're going more for best player available. I'm just a little afraid of the glaring needs, maybe changing the philosophy this year. Never traded up since JS. Why are you still up with Diddy as your profile picture? Yeah, don't worry about why I'm still up. Just enjoy the stream or move along. Let's see. Is this franchise mode? Keaton, no, we're playing Ultimate Team. The guy says he's paying 5 grand. Come on, dude. Stop being a troll. If we move up, who do you want him to get in the top 10? I mean, I think Sanders is intriguing. I know Sanders has supposedly been slipping a bit. Maybe you could go to 7, 8, 9 and get him there. But we know how the quarterbacks end up going in the NFL drafts too. I wouldn't be shocked if Sanders doesn't end up getting selected second behind Ward or something. Teams tend to say, "Oh, we needed the franchise guy. This is the guy. This is who we should go move up and get." But yeah, I would be interested in Sanders, but I'm not sure that it'll work out. See, he was second best quarterback on the table. If you're looking for a quarterback, it was Mitch, Mahomes, or Watson in that draft. Would I complain? No, I just don't think I don't think Seahawks fans are necessarily the most rational fan base, and it seems like Seahawks fans are going nuts for Dart the way they went nuts for Penix. It was last season, right? When the Penix came out, uh, and a few years prior to that, it was Malik Willis. It seemed like everybody wanted Willis in the stream. It's like I don't know, man. Just because he had a decent combine, I'm not sure that he's the guy or he's our guy. Oh, good throw from my opponent. I thought we had him pretty cooked. He was able to get a lot on that with that Bo Nix card being in X Factor. To be fair, name a rational fan base. That's true. The Warrior fan base, Golden State Warriors, prior to their success, was like the best fan base they belonged to. Usually, really good discussion, high basketball IQ fan base, and then we started winning games. The bandwagons came along, and it's just such a reactionary, whiny fan base now. But that happens with success. Yeah, nice job to hold on to it. I thought we were gonna get the pass breakup. Did he have talks with the Seahawks during that time? I don't know. I'm guessing they interview everybody, but I don't think Seattle was actually in on Penix last year. I think a lot of Seahawks fans wanted him because he was a local boy makes good story. At least that's what they were hoping for. And I don't think that's a valid reason to take somebody because he grew up down the road, so we want to get him on our team. Like, is he the best guy? Okay, then get him. Dart played really good. Willis was questionable. You don't know what people saw. Yeah, Willis wasn't he a combine star though? People were raving about his arm and his athleticism. I know he was decent this year in relief of Jordan Love, but I think in general though, yeah, Willis wasn't a guy that we missed a Hall of Fame quarterback in, not getting him in the second round. I know he went in the third round, but I remember people saying we should have taken him instead of Kenneth Walker. He led Liberty to being undefeated in his senior year. You don't know how good he was. Always like the Browns fans for the block dragon. So got a couple of games that went our way. This last one of the night for sure. Spring forward day. It's weird. I'm looking at the clock. It's almost 3, but body clock is saying, it's almost 2, and it is what it is. Wish we'd stop playing with the clocks. Just put it in the middle. Leave it. MJ Fizzle, thank you very much for the likes. I was trying to get the spin to the opposite side, but spun into the middle of the field and we got popped. Yeah, DK gonna look different in the black and gold or black and yellow. Excuse me. I went to El Pollo Loco. One of them just opened up over here, and waiting in line, there was a father and son, and he was a Steeler fan. He's like, "Hey, we just got your receiver." I was like, "Hey, there was a guy who used to play for the Steelers way back in the day. He's my grandfather's cousin. His name's Angelo Bervelli. Check him out." And I said, I hope he does well there in Pittsburgh. But he noticed my Seahawks shirt. I figured, yeah, let me wear the Seahawks gear and see if anybody wants to talk sports. But at least the food was good. We got some free burritos through their app, but just downloaded the app. It's like a welcome present thing. Oh, he got away with the DPI. If you can chip those routes, not hold it too long, you can get away with a lot of that this year. Last year, I feel like the flags would pop out a bit more. The slant route was going to be a good one, but not to be. That ability to see who's blitzing on third and fourth downs is really cool on the Moon card. Moon has some really nice ability buckets. Top 3 most liked quarterbacks in this draft. Uh, so I don't know how long you've been watching the streams, Luca, but I don't watch college that way. I watch college very casually. I know the top 3 names. I asked Chad earlier who should go 1, 2, 3, and they're saying it's Ward, Sanders, and Dart, but those aren't my picks. It's just regurgitating the information I know from you guys. Nice run from Spiller, so we'll take it to the house with the speedster. Spiller was a Seahawk for a while, so he can get 3 Seattle chemistries on his card. What position would I like him to take in the first round? I was all in on getting offensive linemen, but I don't know now. I don't know if we're going to be trying to move up, maybe move down. I just feel like there's some gaping holes on the offense they're going to have to address. And it's all good, Chase. Yeah, there's no need to feel bad for anybody. It's sports. Sports is a business, and sometimes your favorite player gets traded. Sometimes they leave as a free agent. Sometimes they're full of gaping holes. Let's see. As a Bears fan, you slowly start wearing team merchandise less as the year goes on for that very reason, says Lando. I get the weirdest looks, man, because I live in Niner territory. It's like, where's the Seahawk fan come from? If you want to feel bad for one of the fan bases, feel bad for the A's fans, particularly the Oakland-based A's fans, having the franchise ripped away by John Fisher for his greed. When the city and the county were definitely willing and ready to help fund his taxpayer ballpark out here. Much worse scenario. Seahawks might even be good next year. I think it's weird. Major League Baseball is starting to put some pressure on the Tampa Bay Rays that they may force them to sell their team. And like if we're going to make the Rays sell, and I understand making the Rays sell because that's been a mockery of a sham for a while, they should probably do the same to the A's. But I guess the A's are pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, pretending they're going to build that park in Vegas. Yeah, they want to push him out, but Fisher for 20 years has been on corporate welfare of revenue sharing and selling away all of our good players. Correct, Lando. They went to San Francisco. The new stadium is the Chase Center in San Francisco. Previously, they played right across from the Coliseum in the Oakland Arena, which had different corporate sponsorships. Was sports sponsored by Oracle for probably the last 10 years or so that they played there. So had the nickname Roaracle because it would be roaring in there with the Warrior faithful. What quarterback would I most likely prefer? Luca, I don't know, man. You're trying to get blood out of a rock, Luca, with the line of questioning, and I appreciate that you like to hear what I think, but I don't know. If I was able to take anybody, I'd probably take a shot on Sanders because we're not going to be able to go up and get Ward unless something happens where Ward completely slips out, and that's probably due to getting arrested or a horrific injury or something. Jose, he misses Oracle. Me too. Yeah, it was a good time going out to Oracle and watching the games. Exactly, Jay. Yeah, of course I saw. But as far as giving him up, I mean, they traded him. It's not like they just said, "Hey, DK, we don't like you anymore." DK wanted the big money extension. He got it, and we're on to a new era without DK, without Gino, and without Tyler Lockett. At least we re-signed Ernest Jones. I was trying to get out to that route, but I thought it was going to keep coming in. Stopped on the dime and got me with the zig route. Big call and big execution there. First, second, and third round picks are good draft capital. Yeah, I think we have. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think we have 5 picks in the first 100 selections now. They made Oracle iconic and then just left. Must be frustrating. Um, when Joe Lacob bought the team, we knew Lacob was going to try to build across the bay. I mean, I guess if I lived in Oakland, I might be frustrated, but nothing really changed. It's the same drive for me if I want to go to Oakland or San Francisco, or about the same amount of time. Um, the price is more, right? Because they have the new arena to pay off. But yeah, Oracle was pretty cool. It got remodeled in the '90s. There was a year that the Warriors played in the San Jose Sharks arena while they did the remodel. It's not bad in there by any means, but yeah, we knew it was coming. I went for run after the catch because I thought I could get the house call on that one and it didn't quite work out. Hey, what's up, hot dog? How's everything in Australia today? My cousin played for the Seahawks. I live in California. Winning the championship in 2020 helped the move. Yep, getting that first one in the Chase Center was pretty cool. Man, Jordan Poole was playing some great basketball back then. Luca trade, yeah, I haven't talked about that in a minute. Luca trade was the Mavericks are taking a page out of the A's playbook. They're a franchise that's not serious about their fan base or winning anymore. They're they're just doing what they want to do, and screw the fans. Let's pay less money and not give out the supermax contract. And then all the reasoning and hatchet job reporting they've done about Luca just makes them look worse. Had a great day. Getting excited for your birthday next week. Oh man, happy early birthday! Yeah, it was a cool day today. Out here, of course, baseball is a big sport. I got a 7x7 baseball net for the 3 kids, and they'll be playing. Two of them will be in t-ball, and my son's old enough for what they call coach pitch, where the coach throws the ball to them when they bat. So I got them out there getting some swings in on their practice tee today. So yeah, got that put together. It wasn't too difficult to put together, thankfully. Wasn't sure what it was all inside the box if I was going to have to get out the tools, but yeah, it just all kind of snapped together and popped up. Absolutely not. No, my kids will be playing football. No disrespect to any of you guys that play high school football or college football, or if you did play, but the risk of CTE with youth athletes is very significant. And yeah, I'm not going to have my kids banging their heads together like that. Chan, he misses playing sports. We're in a deficit here, right? We're down a touchdown. He's got possession coming out. Hopefully, we can force a fumble or jump a route against this. I don't know what this guy is. He's got Cowboys and Jaguars represented against the sports fan that we're playing. So yeah, hot dog. I think you were live streaming the other day. I came by and lurked for a minute. It was probably editing some videos or something in here. It was nice to see you on the camera. Hey Jack, thanks for following. Do my kids like playing it? Yeah, my kids like playing sports. As far as playing football though, that's a non-starter. I enjoy watching football just the way some of you might enjoy watching UFC, but you don't want to step into the octagon. So let's see. Is the coach pitch before the machine or is it after? I'm not sure about the machines out here. I haven't seen the machines in my hometown. So I'm guessing either it's before or we don't have the machines here. Because I thought coach pitch goes from 7 to 9 years old. I thought at 10 years old they started pitching to each other, like the kids would be on the mound pitching. This refrigerator Perry card is annoying. He's quite good with him, and he's going to get a house call with William Perry. Let's see. So nice, thank you. Been trying to get back into it a few times a week. Glad to be back. Good catching up with you guys. Yeah, good to have you here, House. What if they're in high school and they ask me to play? Well, my daughters aren't going to play football. I know that they're making a push for girls flag football. I guess, as we get more information on it, if it becomes more of a fleshed out sport and it's still around in a decade, if my daughters want to play flag football, that's a different discussion because it's a variant of tackle. Um, so yeah, I would probably give them the leeway. I would strongly encourage my son not to play tackle football. You got one brain, right? You got one body. You don't want to just go and destroy it. If he was just like some amazingly freakish athlete and he was probably best suited to play in the NFL versus playing in the NBA, I would encourage him to play basketball instead. But it was like, okay, this guy's just got the strong arm and he can sling it 65 yards on a three-step drop and he should play football. Like, okay, that's a different discussion. But most kids are not that kid. Most kids are just kids that play it and have fun with it as youth athletes, and some of them suffer long-term repercussions from it. So let's see. No, yeah, absolutely not going to have them boxing. Come on, Sue. Yeah, appreciate you, hot dog. Hot dog understands. I don't begrudge any parents that do want to let their kids play. Like, that's their decision. It's just not something I would want my kids to do. Let's go for it. We're struggling trying to push the boulder uphill here. Wanted this to be the last game. I just don't want the game to go completely sideways. But it's trending that way right now. Yeah, tough throwing angles. I'll stay in it for now. Let's just splits and see if we can jump her out. But if he makes it a three-position game, we'll call it here. Let's see. Had two concussions from football before the age of 15. You won't let your kids play in the future either for Lando. Holy cow. He disconnected. Yeah, I totally deserve that win, fellas. All right, you guys have been a big win. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow night, likely off. Speaking of the little Danielle freaks, I tend to drive them on Tuesday mornings, so I don't want to be half asleep, particularly with the spring forward thing. Going to be tough to get enough rest before waking up at like 7 o'clock to drive. Waiting to see what rewards we got. When we come back, we will stream MLB The Show and PGA. So I don't want to say that's the last Madden stream of the year because like Madden's fun. We've had really good participation across the streams this year. A lot of new followers, a lot of new friends have made it in. I imagine I'll probably fire it up during the draft and stuff like that, but we'll lean into MLB The Show. It's coming out this week. And PGA, I always like talking sports. It's Daniel Freak on all social media. If you guys are on TikTok, click on my profile. The link tree is there. If you're in YouTube, everything should be in the description. I'm going to link you guys if you're in Twitch right now. Let's see. Metcalf coming home. Tight spot. He doesn't belong with you. Let's see. Have a great night and fun tomorrow. Black Dragon, I hope you have a wonderful day out in Germany. Can't wait to talk to you again. Don't have kids, but even if you did, you wouldn't try to tell people how to raise their kids. Yeah, I don't want to tell anybody like, hey, you shouldn't let your kids play. Like if they want to let their kids play, that's their decision. As parents, I just can't imagine saying, yeah, you're 7 years old. Let me sign you up to go and bash your head against some kid that's 20, 30 pounds heavier than you are. that might slosh your brain around. Like that's not for me, but you know, there's plenty of folks around here that do have the youth football going on and they enjoy it. Seahawks on top. They might be on top of the draft next year, selecting first overall. Arch Manning to Seattle, Anthony. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you all. Everybody have a wonderful Monday. Probably off tomorrow unless something changes, and then we'll start smacking some balls around. If your balls need to get smacked around, use my creator code DFR20 for 20% off and free international shipping at manscaped.com. All right, take care, everybody.